Here's Kiko getting ready here for the first molly to maybe go for a fast hit into this B site.
And line up Larry to start it. So that falls right next to the pocket. Stops that engage from going quickly back in.
We are doing energy lev.
See it falling down as they start to enter. Door closes, but blows still
so one of the games I missed, I was a little bit busy.
First blood. Even with that action, things are still quiet.
Unfortunately, I missed this game.
I
heard it's pretty good.
Get this pistol round.
And look at the buys, lots of shares and ghosts across the board.
I know a lot of people have been talking about the Summit map, so I'm really excited to see this matchup.
That they might want to try to flood. Instead, NRG wants to fight back towards that spawn. They trade things off though, but it's still a health advantage for Leviathan with the spike down.
Super smart to take their numbers before they're even getting the plan. However, Neon gonna get an answer back as they slowly also get King back in the mix here, just on the outside of the fight. He's gonna be the last one to act once spawn starts to head in. There, Neon, Sato making a little bit of noise, but Brock actually has a 6 seconds on it, and he still reads King. Amazing play already from NRG, knowing the wherewithal of what could be going on around the map. Trying to jump in, Kiko gets Neon, just trying to be the sentry. And now it's up to Sato.
Damn,
he's been in this position many times.
King just needed that kill.
Now he goes with that ghost. Kiko gets the first sight. Then a smoke for him. Kiko gets 3 on the round. The Sheriff rings out, and NRG grab pistol.
Nice play in the end for the last 2 players of NRG here.
Damn.
One of them
I like the tempo from NRG,
which is Brock isolating his fight and making things a little bit more easier for him and Kiko to play the crossfire in the end. All of them find their own timings. Good calls from Ethan as well, not to just go for the plant and play within sight. Don't give a chance here for Leviathan to really set up to do the Sky Flash dive back into this B site to fight. So I like this look. And I'm not too afraid if I'm looking at the point of view here of NRG, seeing that Leviathan's coming out with this new composition of this double dive. We'll talk about it in a sec though, because Leviathan fight right in front of this B main side,
probably not gonna.
NRG still has the power numbers.
I was about to say not gonna win this round.
Little family photo there. Everybody stands up.
Pretty good.
And they get the kills on mostly the side of NRG. King waltzing around, just the classic. Shouldn't be able to do too much. Armor there, guns. They're gonna play this one together, and they should be able to get through, right? King is in a position to make that right click sting though.
Yeah, that's going to mix the audio, so they'll know about this. Should be an easy
plan
to just set up
now.
on a
They now know King is on site.
The weapons are too far away here for King to even pick up, so good on him to step back. And I would like it even if he doesn't even go into the drop. If you're looking at the state of this round, Kiko's already 2 pips away of getting his ult. So King
probably had to play Panda now
stay around here
if he was trying to isolate a kill. Now they're grouped up. It's hard to isolate with the classic, especially since all the guns are in B main.
If you look at NRG versus Lev in the past, they have already played against this type of style.
But it kind of
when it was on Lotus, right? One time Leviathan played
against
NRG during a qualifier match, but then playing into London, they actually did play the Sky double dive. And it was on Lotus, that is.
Hey,
and it was
good round
easy
from
for
Lev.
NRG to stop that. They understand trap.
Gonna skip ahead.
We come to the
finally, we got a gun round. And this comp from Lev is a little bit interesting.
Looks like they're getting a bit of control.
Kind of makes sense. Double duelist, easy to entry site. Plus Neon can get on the op.
Lev tries to react right away. Still, oh my God, Mata just waiting with open arms, trying to get towards drop, but they do give up the space a little bit to set up that defense.
Now 2 players are stuck in drop.
So 2 players are identified for
Spike doesn't have wall.
So hopefully
They literally only have a paranoia.
Players to swing out from there, but nope, it's going to be easy for NRG
and it's hard to win this round.
Still searching. They're having a really hard time getting out. NRG playing the elevation game, high lows almost everywhere, and they can drop out of it to help each other.
Yeah, it's hard to win this round, especially since the only util to break sight.
Pretty incredible. And they should have this. The swing from blows is going to have to be a really quick correction. And
the only util to break sight was
they collect the bonus, and they move on.
The paranoia. But even then, near sight, you can get close to enemies. That was a good entry by Mata.
Once they realize that, it seems like they've realized it for the past couple of rounds, because you also are not playing a hard sentry.
Good round from NRG. I like the tempo. I really like the tempo.
There's maybe a paranoia.
Gonna catch a lot of teams off guard.
Get stopped by a knife, and right away you could add so much pressure from NRG, who are drawing this pressure on the A side, just to try to see the setup as well from Leviathan here on the Summit map. Knife spawning 2 on the top of middle as well. That's going to allow here Ethan to call how they want to work that map. They know it's weak on the extremities, that Leviathan are probably playing like a 1-3-1. So they were brought into the A side, and it's a beautiful opener from Mata onto King.
Right in the funny bone. Takes him down, and Lev are not going to like that.
Yeah, I think NRG is calm. Kind of handles everything.
On each site, so
I mean, the only real downside is Kiko's smokes that are only temporary, especially on their defense side.
And this one should
if you bait out some smokes, then it's hard to
Brock, having that Odin, and last time they
be able to control some spaces.
One angle so much, and I think that becomes so much chaos is that these sites
but on
have quite
attacking
a few ways
side,
teams can come back,
you don't have to play the sky because Ethan has flashes, plus you have the 0 point,
both sides of A site,
which benefits offense and defense, prevents
having Brock lock one down, the team would just be so
util dumping on the defender side.
Easy trades for the other entrances.
Util dumping
look at the max value that all these KO Knights are getting here for Ethan. So spotting 2 at the beginning of the round, now into the post plant. He spots 4, allows Mata to move forward and isolate 1 kill. Getting closer to the pips of the overdrive, and also getting a flawless round for NRG going into round number 5. This time, I sense that owner should be calling out a timeout. This is enough economy this time around too to get the operator out for Neon and trying to see how NRG
definitely need an adjustment. Definitely caught off guard by
on the extremities. Do they just want to talk things through to see what they could put
NRG's tempo?
Looks like it's not going to be the timeout after all. They're confident of their game plan. He's trying to sell a fake here towards his B lane. Might throw a knife. That knife is huge. Cancels out any other flashes.
Neon?
Gets information of where the players
pretty
are
good.
again,
Timing
but Neon
peak.
gets a nice little opener.
Doesn't get the punish. Hold on to that paranoia, Sada.
The smoke to make it work. They really haven't shown too much middle, only that low by last round. So to be effective on it is big. A good trade from Sato there as they're trying to hold down what could be happening today.
Scuba still gets a kill, even though King sees the barrel first.
How much further they go without the protocol online. Brock making the 1v1 work though.
That's actually quite nice too. They didn't even break the third seeker as well. So that Leviathan can kind of fall around and see where the third seeker is at, and it allows
the round in a man disadvantage. They even out numbers.
Because the other 2 seekers got broken out so early towards middle, you just cut noise here.
Good jiggle bait.
You're still trying to play like the fake rotates.
Bro's just so aware
that we have this push out on towards A main. Right from Spike, they know here that mid's clear. Or that mid is pressured. That B side might be the take here for NRG.
So at the end of this round. Right now,
Ethan is doing his damnedest to draw everyone over. You saw a second thought blows.
They're splitting side, but Ethan is kind of alert right now. Doesn't know about Mata and A. It seems like it's just slow on time, gonna be a B hit. Blows probably isn't gonna know. Probably not aware. Oh, he's aware. Timing, Jesus.
But they don't know about
Neon. And a 1v3
Spike gets shot, it pretty much
solo
saves
op.
the round. He's got to get the target acquisition, but Mata finds the angle as they look for that kill that came from mid. What a king lurk coming out of Ethan for that round here. Spike, some finishing touches. Brock will go down. That's a pretty expensive kill.
Mata is low.
And Mata still finds the shot there. A nice round by NRG to just take it slow and figure out what that way was into B site.
Yeah, it is going to be very hard here for Leviathan to play their defense so far. Because again, I'm talking about a lot of the gaps so far in terms of not holding a hard Senti, trying to play aggro. I think you're really dying to the play style of trying to have Neon on this off and getting the best value out of it. But when it comes down to like mid-round information, to get hard scans from an information for the team, they don't have that. They're playing solo initiator with the Sky as well. Seekers help because it was one in a blue moon, you'll have it. But then after that, once to get rid of the RC, same time as they do that, they leave other gaps open, and you just saw that backstab that happened from Ethan that just got there onto blows. So
this is also for Lev kind of not, I wouldn't say out of a comfort zone, but out of the usual wheelhouse. What is it? 90% of the maps have that Phoenix composition that they run. So this has kind of flipped that on the head in the way they're playing it.
5-0, they're in a timeout. We'll just
so a Neon or a Jet, and then also playing a lot of Chamber. That's what they utilized the last time they played this map against NB,
pre-round,
and it was very dominant on their end. It was
Lever in a 3-1, probably expecting a B hit.
On Neon from Neon,
they no longer have the op, but Neon,
was trying to do.
You know, the player of Neon
and Sato always says,
has knives.
You know, it's easier when we play teams that don't really know us. So changing the composition kind of offers that as they approach NRG here in another Summit match.
Just the issue right now is that they can't really find themselves in the first couple of rounds here on their defense. And
exactly.
You're seeing how much time is being wasted too. Again, another knife from the KO around here. It forces player to really fall back and then come in to take that space right after.
Ooh, putting on the link player.
On the other side that now NRG can take advantage of.
Big pressure on Ben.
I think Neon probably gets that. Ooh, what a flash!
One after the other. They smell blood in the water and do not let up. Instantly taking a site, the timeout gets nullified just like that.
Yep. So after the knife, when you're trying to avoid it, you're thinking for Leviathan, okay, well, maybe players are opping on a passive line back towards the B side that Neon likes to do in the chamber. They decide to walk forward and flash onto Ethan, but because Ethan's there, is like, yeah, I got all the information. Just storm it through, guys. Let's just go back towards middle and split towards the A site, and it just overpowered the defense on Leviathan on this A site. So hard for them to hold out towards that garden, but man, for a team that barely practiced on this map, going into the stage, having 1 week of practice on Summit, feeling like, okay, we're playing defensive side. It seems kind of easy. They're running into our crosshairs. Again, their attack side, as I mentioned before, has never been
oddly enough
really tested. But
NRG is the team that's overwhelming.
One of the best teams that we currently have in the world in Leviathan is being dismantled by the IG letting of Ethan on this attack side of Summit.
Yeah, quick run straight towards the Ben side there. You have to assume the stimmy was used, and they are just completely catching energy. Or, sorry, Lev off.
Fast forward a little bit. Looks like it's just going to be a lock into A main and a hit, or we're just prioritizing orb. This is going to be a straight A hit. Taking a wrap. Damn, that Neon wall lasts a long time. Taking space early. I mean, Mana takes a lot of space. Nate, isolate, or stall. 2v2. Yeah, they put on both players.
Tag peeking you. On site.
Play for yourself, yep. I'm holding your left.
Good.
Oh.
Got this, bro.
Nice try.
They need just a little bit impatience from NRG.
A very nice try too for NRG.
I mean, it's a 2v2.
That's
a 50-50 duel.
Really thinning down the avenues that Leviathan could take on the retake on the A site. If they wanted those fights towards cave, it would have been a lot easier there to just shut down Neon. But Leviathan did a great job.
I don't mind Mata taking that peek.
And there's not enough damage being done as they're called to reset from Ethan. They're also getting dropped, falling back, which gives a chance here for the star hopper of Neon.
That's around.
Close around here for
clearly
Leviathan
needed
to get
more.
their first one on the board.
Very big fan of the reset call. That's such a neat way to slow things down, but you still can't stop a good shot from an operator.
Yeah, exactly.
Can't slow down.
Another A hit.
We'll see if they have a better chance here at A. No, King.
I mean, that's why you get the Phantom. Ooh, a Colette.
And now NRG has to really rethink this one. No, they're just going to press
Okay,
W.
King is finally ready for the tempo.
Play. And
Getting
it's
some
be tough for
kills.
Neon. He decides to just go for the fights for now to see if he can get a few more numbers in his favor. Oh, he swarmed.
I mean, now NRG might slow down the round.
And he spiked down by Leviathan, a second round in their favor.
A little bit too quick to get in the door. Even he comes in for the timing. Leviathan, a couple of rounds was slam, and now the timeout here for their coach here on the side of NRG. Coach Bonkar is probably going to say, okay, it's time to leverage our double initiator call here and slow things down a bit and try to find where the offer's at.
I mean, it worked. In the basic part of the game, they realized they were really shutting down King. He didn't have any frags until that last round, but for a certain run in, switch it up. 6-2, complete. See if we get back to B. It's been A for quite a few rounds here where Lev was able to come back in the last two, and it looks like it's just going to be a fake B, but still a plant over towards Rocky.
Yeah. This seems to be the default here for that NRG comp to try to find that early info. And that's another thing as well, when they approached it in the conversation that NRG says, oh, it's kind of like a slow for us, is because of those early knife
until it stops
Ethan
working.
is able to do for the team. And then the pop flashes onto the bend to give the space here for
Trying to bait out this
Very
paranoia
similar style as
and probably
how
head
they're knifing up
back
towards middle, the B main
towards
when you're playing
B.
Corrode, and trying to take control of Rooster back into the A side. So that's why the
No,
aspect
they
is
just
kinda
have to worry
similar
about this
in
up.
terms of play style for Energy because they see it that way. But naturally, the aspect of this map is definitely not the same. But with this comp, you could definitely see it.
And it's turning
Getting
to A
control of
split
B
against
main,
the
now allowing
Viper
Spike
split.
to lean a little bit more over towards that A side. It really helps strengthen
Maybe
this
they
pit
know the
for
setup.
the side of Leviathan.
Op is on B site. We'd rather hit the Viper's pit.
It's going to be on King. They're going to test him again.
The thing is, they don't have no drone for it, though.
That's-
right?
it's-
So you
it's
kind of have to
gonna
like
be
walk
tricky.
in and try to fight this.
You can throw the knife
Trying
to
to get a
confirm, but
trade?
really, what's that going to
On
get
with
you?
a
You want it for
trade?
later.
You want a trade?
1, 2.
Oh,
my
3.
God, crowned him with 3. King holds down the pit, and the rest of Lev now
Yeah, you just kind of get lucky.
ready to move forward for a little bit more. Oh, this is actually Neon playing safe. I love that call. He has no need to really just play up in B main if he takes a safer line here.
Yeah, even if the spike's down inside that pit, keep your money up, keep the rounds right. Don't allow here for any other ult cycles to start coming in for the side of Energy as well. So Mata and Scuba, the dynamic duo here for the side of Energy, will have to save their weapons into the next round. The attempt was nice, though, for Energy to try to walk in, right? Because if you actually did try to throw a knife, and you kind of just utility rise, and they were just hoping that they're able to trade out 3 to 1. But King does a great job here to spray everybody down before they even get spotted. Look at the angle that he takes out in the open, too. Nobody's paying attention to it. Kiko's trying to spray dearly with his Vandal, too, and through his radar pit.
That's
Didn't
the
even
thing
get
about
that.
Summit too.
What was that in
There are
comms?
those little slants, turns, corners. Having the pit in that area, there's a lot of corners for them to check, but also a very nice area of pit to stand in. So you're the one seeing the outline first. A King just spacing that so well.
Yeah, and that's why you have that
Hey,
battle of the
for one
discussion of
default,
what is the better initiator too in these
I
type of
think-
moments. If the
Yeah,
Prowler, for
that's
example,
true.
could turn into the corner. Some duelists that are playing raises to use boombots as
there
well.
was
to pluck
a
players
trap.
out of these
What if you
corners.
There was a
understand?
trap blade being set up
Nah, let's not talk about that too. That said, though, it's
towards mid.
back still to the tried and true for Energy. They still have money to work with within this
They're
round.
contacting against
Off
an
is
op.
down, trying to launch towards the middle bend.
Oh, they found the op.
Okay, well, actually, an early
Now we can
flat,
hit
an
B.
early shot, from the op is going to pivot Energy away from it and scale up a little bit more quickly towards the B
Keeping the
side.
defense honest.
All the way up mid. Ethan just starts
KO
to back up a
controlling
little bit here.
mid.
Actually giving up that ground. Usually something that Energy
Preventing any
likes
road
to keep to make
saves
sure they have
through
their
mid.
lurk, but he feels maybe they're too aware of it.
I mean, yeah, that's their best read.
Is it going to be this rush? Mata, the first one in, but they're kind of cordoned to that
Some
left side of the
trades.
site here. They can't break out. Sato and Spike just able to make quick work.
Some
A grinder over
spam.
there.
Yeah, it's a
3v2.
timing peak.
favor of
That
Lev
looks
right
like
now.
a hit.
Slowly resetting. Everybody making sure they know what angles each other have as they look to make another hit on this site. Just toying with them.
At some point, he's going to have to stick it. So Leviatan's
Yep,
still
10
very
seconds.
patient. This might be the call for the push out now.
Nah, they
Oh
killed the
my
diffuser.
gosh.
Or
They're
the
in the
climber.
heads of Energy on this round. A
Oh.
good trade out by Scuba still, but King comes back to give the round to Lev. 4-6 now as they start to bring this to a very possible even first half.
Yeah, very nice comeback since this timeout from Coach Owner. On the side of Leviathan, converting forward these rounds. Very is his that to perfection. Now a flash, but nothing following behind that
So,
for
right
Leviathan,
now,
and I like this too. They're
We're
hear
just
the double
gonna
rotate
five
out.
hand.
Now you could just drone onto
Hit B
Sato and
with
just
an
ult
ult.
into the B side for the hit.
Stop isn't here.
So now we'll get to see kind of a
They
full
have
retake
10
as well
seconds
here.
before
And
the
how
op comes
far
in.
Energy
Not breaking the
feel
door.
like they can
Not
push
breaking the
up.
door.
I don't think Mata was really expecting that angle on that either.
And Scuba's gonna walk into. It's
Got a hit.
tagged
Yep.
by the op.
Scuba very low off of that. They're dogging into
They
the
got
site.
info
A little bit more
on
space
drop.
through drop, so you know you're going to get some members
Still
through
on the
there.
planner.
King's still on the lurk. It looks like Ethan's going to be the one that has to stay in sight here.
Well, they know people are in drop for
This is
sure.
nice too, though. King just instantly broke that trap from the
Only
behind, so
retake.
he's gonna have to add that little bit of paranoia for the two
Okay,
players.
they
towards
use
main,
the
so they decide to push
blind.
into the B side to play four
Now the
players to crossfire for Energy.
wall. No
1, 2, 3 on the U2.
trades.
Looks like Energy wasn't even affected by
Yeah,
it as
we're
they
just gonna
stand
try to
out in
save
the
the
open
op.
to return fire on Leviathan coming out of the
They're not
utility
gonna save the
themselves.
op.
And there it is. King finds one. 8 bullets left. He's got to make these count as he comes around the corner, and it's going to be an elevation shot for one. Everybody's out in the mag, and King is the one that benefits from it. Quickly getting the defuse down. Brock sees it's red. That means you got to shoot him dead, and he does secure the round for NRG.
Misses recon, but it's okay. At least the spike was planted a little bit out in the open where he could finally spot the leg here of King trying to go for the defuse. But I love that. In terms of their reactions and broken, both the players pincered from different angles. Been totally annihilated, so they made sure they played numbers.
Another B hit. Again, hey, they can't retake against the B hit. Let's do it again.
Is just trying to stay alive.
That's how they've kept it collected here. Maybe Ethan.
Someone might walk into the top. Yep.
The side is hit. Ethan gets a fragment. Mana looking for the very close op shot there as he tries to get himself.
Oh, the insert in mid. That seals the round.
Ultimate from Cypher coming in, and they can just source out the rest of members of Lev here. It does not seem like they're ever comfortable in the position they're standing in. NRG keeps them running around and
good attack side by
NRG. 8-4 for NRG in the first half.
Big triple kill as well from the MVP of 2026, Brock himself. But then looking back at it, it was a little bit tough there looking back here for Leviathan, or should I say NRG, for the past couple of rounds. But that execution towards this B side, look at this. You could not play that map for the side of Sato trying to TP the second half.
When we
skip all this.
First, however,
as I mentioned, I think I'm expecting for them to be able to have a stronger attack side now as they're trying to push towards the A side. By the way, I met Brock.
Walking in, no tempo.
Speaking from the future.
NRG leaning towards A.
Right?
Oh, I think I've seen. Oh no, yeah, Brock usually does this play. I feel like I've seen
when the wall
this.
comes down, be a bloodbath coming up very soon.
I think this round I've seen.
Everybody stayed and hidden. It's
yeah,
so
he
hard
gets
to
like
clear these
3.
angles. Brock gets free shots as soon as they move up. Scuba there to help over the shoulder.
I remember seeing this round.
And Mata is
no
just
NRG end up winning
Neon here. The rest of the Lev members are skirting back and forth, trying to strafe out to find anything as they get pinched in here by NRG, who looks like they're very close to grabbing another pistol round.
Ethan though might get caught. Yeah, that gives a chance right now for Leviathan to pull back a bit and to cut noise. Now it's for them to instill a little bit of fear on NRG on where they want to reposition themselves, and that might give a chance.
They're gonna bunker A and have Mata be like the early info if they decide to hit B.
King and Sato, right? A story of that clutch. Tough here in the double up. Oh, they've just split with each other, looking on either side of the box there. NRG punishes.
Classic moment.
And Sato moving.
If he had a ghost, he'd be able to.
Classic.
Oh.
Nice little duck there, but Kiko cleans it up. And NRG
he's probably favored
continue to stay the leaders of the pistol round here in this match.
Nice try by Sato too to see how he played that 1 versus 2 inside that A site. The idea, as well as you saw from the execution from Leviathan into Garden, just trying to flash as soon as the timing of the Viper wall is going down. You're hoping that the duelists are going to be able to get some picks on some blinded enemies, but like I said, Brock threw a perfect recon, pinged 3 players, and yeah, there was no way Leviathan was going to be able to get into the A side because of that. So they're going to be into another eco for Leviathan. Both pistols won by NRG so far in this series. And they're doing their own 4-1. Neon's all the way back on the B line while the rest of them are trying to make noise towards A and maybe try to pick up the orb as well for the A line. Okay, we'll take that kill.
That's a big.
Some shooting through the smoke. A nice ping down.
It's a good kill. But
other side of the map,
they're not able to pick up the gun.
By Neon here, so they have some free movement at least to get to the lobby on B side. Other than that, still might need some utility. And a free site plant would be some really nice money to get Lev started in the right direction.
Thing is even if Ethan goes to explore and he's going to be on flanking, it'll be still difficult for NRG to play the retake into the B site because those flashes are going to be kind of not there to support the retake.
Dog can't see anything. Different than a Silver drone.
1 in. Says, good luck, guys. You got to get past Brock.
Man, he's not even worried about the Neon.
Shot from Brock. B was always locked down. It's in his name. B for Brock.
30 seconds left.
Wow, the Doratine for King. Lops his
Bro, really don't want to go in that ace.
An NRG get a 10.
That's the first time I've seen that.
They wanted the Brock ace. Well, he's going to be 2 pits away from the Hunter's Fury on a defense now, and a little bit of a pain point as well for these two teams entering towards this B site. Not really breaking the door, but at the same time, this is an eco for Leviathan, so
30 seconds left.
just allow here Brock to play the firing range. All right. Bonus round now out for NRG, and they want to be a little bit more proactive around the map. 3 players controlling a little bit here behind the drone of Brock to take that space.
Okay, gun round.
Oh God, so predicted too. That was so close. Looks like NRG very pushed up towards that bend, towards mid, ready to take the fight and split the map.
Yeah,
right
I
back
think
towards Lev here.
Lev are
Might
leaning
actually get this
towards
fight. Dashing towards
an A split. They're just gonna fight mid.
Move here by Spike. They go in.
Big kills
NRG's
by
able to answer
blows.
with blows. Could bring
They should
back
be
two.
able to
Wait,
mow
get
him
the grab
down.
here, only goes
Almost
for a
got an
third.
ace.
I say only, that was close.
They hear
I don't think
Sato.
they heard Sato just, oh, that last stop. That last
Bro,
stop.
Ethan jiggles.
Stubbed his toe on the grass.
Enemy remaining.
But King comes around.
Oh,
trying to-
Paranoid just
out of range,
misses.
doesn't even worry about it on the peak. A
I
good
mean, he
reset
does have
by
a
Ethan to
Spectre.
Make sure he is getting that right acquisition, but King moves forward.
Not bad, not bad. I mean, I
Getting
feel like that
scrappy
could,
here, but Lev seems
that
to
round
drive
could
it.
have been a
Yeah, it
little
was a
bit
nice
readed
try.
out by Lev.
You see here for NRG, after that drone
NRG were
first
trying to
player
bait it
towards that
in.
bottom mid,
Lev
they
kind of
decide
fell
to
for
just
it, but
all of
they
them
just end up having
group
better
up
guns.
and waited for the timing so that Ethan could pop flash over middle.
I
all
really
the way
like
from the
NRG's
A-link, and They
approach.
fled out for the fight. They did some excellent damage. But he also
I feel like
think
their
that
game
saved
plan is
Leviathan
pretty,
was
like,
a cyber
confident.
cage that Scuba also threw.
They know what they're
For
gonna
them to try
do.
to
They know how they're gonna
pop
do
through that
it,
cage and fight.
and it just comes
So at
down
the
to
end of
the
the day,
little
it's the weapons
details.
from Leviathan that saves them. It's the last
Yeah,
two
like
from
Ethan
NRG only
Jiggle
had Spectres
Pete's
to work with, but
Probably one of the best in the
still
game.
allows here for Leviathan to have a decent
There's-
buy
see, like,
going
there's no
into
way he
this round.
dies.
A Guardian for King, but rifles across the board and a quick
Big
push by
entry.
Spike towards the A-Link as Kiko's already falling down.
Jeez. Honestly, you
Has
have to love
space
the
in mid,
aggression because he
threatening your
just
B
did that move
split.
towards Bend last round, and it kind of cost him a bit of space. And took
Sato
a
watching for any push out of
pretty
A.
tight round to grab it back in their favor, but it doesn't
Pausing.
stop him from doing it again because he knows that's how Lev proceeds
Hey, I like this from
forward to gain
Lev.
control of the round.
The first
They
pick.
have done just that here in
Doing
round
the
16.
kind of normal
now
things they
making
do.
NRG
Pause
wonder
around.
where the spike might be as they just wait it out in mid and cut noise.
The good news
I
right
mean,
now
NRG
is
has the read
this
that they're
trip being placed
just
by
gonna
Scuba.
re-hit,
So he's
but they're
playing it
gonna
on two
B
parts
split.
around the map, one to anchor up, one to get information. So right now, NRG
But
could
they're
play
going the opposite
in a
map.
sense that they could give that up, stack towards the
opposite
B
site.
site, and just spray with Brock's Odin on the B.
But again, you
should
have an
Leviathan
insert with
decide to move
Mata.
towards that spot. But they always
Getting
kinda
any
had
early info. Of course, they have the
an
trip on
inkling
A
here for
main.
the side of Leviathan, so they decide to walk back towards the side. So it's a good call by King this time around to get
He
into the
knows it's
spot.
A now.
Where there's nobody to
Ooh.
hold the defense, even Neon on the top of
30
quad, it
seconds
gets the kill on Tamada. They should go in for a plant, and that might instantly force
Pretty
a
good
save
pathing
for
from
energy on B.
Very
From
quick
Neon.
Gonna
here
get the orb.
from Lev is the
updraft dash onto top box. Prevent
when they
any.
get to the site, but slow before
Be at the
that.
first
It
contact
seems
for
like
anybody
slowing
that
the game
floods.
down is just at least giving them the position or the chance to choose the right site with lower numbers here as energy keeps leaning towards one side.
Yeah, so good news at least that Brock was able to run out towards that B main and grab the orb. They'll have the Hunter's Fury going to the next round. And again, they really haven't had any big opportunities to go for big trap plays with the Hunter's Fury in the past. They've tried it towards that B main line, but I think when they tried
Alright.
to do that,
It's a done
Ethan
round.
kinda
We'll
missed
just
their
get
own start of
That up there still with
Next
Scuba's
round.
utility. And this time, Brock.
Toxin screen down.
So Lev avoid the knife. Entering through spawn. Is it just gonna be a B hit?
just kind of playing spread across the map as well.
Energy
was
reading
playing a
that they could be
shotgun too, so they
walking
don't have the
into
best
A
of
main.
buys
If
for
not, they're
energy.
walking into
So
mid.
his
They're
responsibility is
reclaiming
just to
mid.
hold that
Nobody's
drop.
from
While
Love is
Scuba
there
once again could
to
potentially
break the
just run
drone.
around the map with some cages being placed up in the cam. It's a walk contact for the side of Leviathan.
Quick hit.
Okay, let's spot the
Scuba
cipher.
trying to find safety, and it
And there's a
really didn't have
judge
a
and
target.
drop.
Kiko seemed to be readying himself there as Neon was running straight
Need
through.
a kill.
Neon
to be able to
dodges that as
retake.
well as Brock comes up short with the Hunter's
And
Fury.
energy's
It's
money's
unfortunate
low. They're
because it
gonna
almost
have to
feels like now
save.
the Hunter's Fury is wasted. A nice little entry from the side of Leviathan. We've seen a lot of these types of pops. One of the ways too that you're dropping a brimstone smoke on barn, you're sky flashing through it and just trying to take control of the B site. So they do a very similar look for Leviathan for this map, for this entry, and even wrap back towards the behind hut as he catches Scuba off guard. Should have been an easy judge kill there going in for Kiko, but Neon just bolted straight line, got the kill. Didn't even need to move around or AD anywhere.
Almost like a Euro clone coming through with just how straight he was aiming.
Done
Except he
round.
could shoot.
It's very
And he's one up though, going to this round with it too. But Bunkar doesn't want to call anything for the team for energy now. It's an early KO knife this time from Ethan. Not a cross knife to get early information on the other side, but it's for him to solo hold this B main line. Does a good job. Now he could just jiggle peek so that the rest of the team can focus now on covering middle and also towards the A site.
Looks
Mid
like
door
they're
broken as well,
gonna
so they kind of deny that lane. Give
maybe
it to
try to
Mata
take
here
a
with the
fight.
outlaw to watch through arches, and he actually gets hit hard. 28 HP there.
Yeah, taking a
did some on the
fight.
blows, though.
Ooh, that's a big kill from Ethan.
Ethan gonna
They
come
spot
up
the
big on the
lurker.
king, so that low
They know that
damage
they can
still
bunker
sits
down
on
towards
Lev,
A.
making it harder for them to really get a good decision and who's gonna get into the site first
But
without going down in a spray to smoke. As I
Neon?
say that, Kiko now low.
Interesting.
they have some
coming out from
inserts in
Kiko.
some key positions.
Nothing really
They
slowing
can take a
them
lot
down
of
as well.
space
Now
towards
Seekers,
spawn.
not going to give too much
They just don't
information, but
know.
they are trying to exit toward the A site here for
They're
Leviathan.
just playing split.
Brock holding that second doorway, still open towards the B or A site rather. And this is, they're gonna have to uproot every member of Energy that's still inside sight, which is tough. They think people might just be around the area, but they're wrong. Saving grace is Kiko's a little low, but Scuba
Yeah,
is here
Buzz
with a
is too
stinger,
low.
and this is gonna hurt
Is
for
a
blows.
Singer?
Oh, the timing, the util, the pressure,
Oh,
the timing is
wow,
so
they
good from Lev.
clear it.
And they easily
How do they
call
make
out
that
the
round
site from
possible?
NRG members.
And it makes
Especially
it harder
blows
now
so
for Energy
low.
to retake the site, because meanwhile,
Bars,
Mata
that's
and
bars.
Ethan were getting popped down to low HP on this B side. Only one
Wow,
flash
the
available
rewrap
for
from
Ethan.
Neon. It's not
Gonna
expected.
try to throw it maybe over the door, but that's why Neon's trying to find that timing.
There it
Oh,
is. Just a quick peek out for Brock.
wow.
And Neon
he gets
is reading the
both.
play fully. Ethan still just has to look
Wow.
forward. He
Good,
can't really do
good
much else.
proactivity from Neon.
Knowing somebody's behind him here. And this leaves Mata 28 HP, waiting for somebody to exit for a kill here. What a reset. And kind of just how to figure out that round from Lev with such low HP to still walk it into sight there with Spike.
They were
Ninja
just
defuse?
mentioning
That'd be
blows at
crazy.
low HP, and he still stays alive at the end of this round, getting value out of his flashes so that the team could really run in and fight towards the A site. Yeah, that's a nice little reset there for Leviathan. And when you feel like you had the round in your pocket, and you let that they have there with us are still
Time out.
Let Brock and the being called, and I think this would expect from the London winners.
so a full right starting things off
come on,
over
let's
on
get-
the A
let's get
side.
the round
Snake by
started.
looking to get lined up here potentially on that A link.
Look, I may have
Not
bad
give a
memory,
chance here
but
for the
as
full
far
right
as I
side to
know,
take guarding control one more
Lev
time. But the
have
camera
yet
this
to
time
do
from
a
Scuba
fast
should be able to
hit.
see this hit coming through.
at least has done as fast.
Spam coming
As NRG.
through. Scuba takes one down. Playing their lives now. NRG looks for the full
No
reset.
way.
Oh my god.
No way.
He's playing COD 2.
That was crazy.
Modern Warfare.
Brock answers back though. Slows things down a bit with Ethan calling the shots on the other side and hitting him as well.
You're hoping under drone sees King inside the pit, but mainly it's now being utilized to try to clear towards
Yeah,
quad.
it's a
Rose
free
finds a
kill
little bit
for
of cover, but
Mata.
then gets backstabbed there by Mata,
And
it's
this
up to
would
King
be
alone
generational.
inside his pit.
Bunkering down in a pit. 1v4.
I don't know if he's got this one. He got 3 on the last one. Can he plus 1? 1, 2. Oh, Kiko's got the trade there, Phantom Gaming or not. A nice job as the defuse goes through.
Ends up still being very costly for Energy here in a 4 versus 1, losing 2 there. But again, all thanks to Scuba setup into the garden. Trips here to get the reaction and the TTK for capitalizing the player advantage here. I got to talk about that slide
Alright, next
tackle from
round.
Spike. That was kind of nice.
Let's see.
Broke Scuba's ankles and took him down, but thankfully there was still members of Energy to support on that defensive trade. Now 2
feel
rounds
like
away of closing their
Energy
back
just
pick,
feel like
but
they're
definitely
kind of
Leviatan are making
like
them work for it
cruising.
by starting
Like
with
at
the
this point,
aggressive push.
it doesn't feel like Lev have any dominant momentum.
Neon too.
Like it feels like Energy just kind of can cruise.
Patience
Like if they get
pays off
around,
here.
then
Taking down
they
Mata
feel
is
like they'll be
huge.
able
He's
to edge
been
out
a
another
big
round.
proponent of being the
So
one
even
that's
if
on that
it's
timing lurk. We saw
they
him
get
take
12
down
this
Blows last round.
and it
That
goes all the way
pivotal moment
to
sort
like
the site on A. So this is big. Lev has also
it goes all the
started
way
round
to like
1 up, and
11,
Energy's found a
12.
way to convert,
feel
so
like
they
they'd
have
be
to play
confident
this careful.
to be able
Still
to
a
get
small
that
mirror, though,
last
for Mata
round
to
before
walk down
overtime.
towards that lane,
Absolutely.
because they were already droning down towards the A line to insert Scuba while knifing towards B main.
I
So
think
when you
it's crazy
realize there's
that
nothing going through and you
Scuba
heard the dog
is
on
kind of
middle,
playing
it's
ahead of his
you gotta be
util.
careful here.
It's a good read from Lev. Brock
Like, it
breaks
makes
the door.
sense.
Mata Kid
Sometimes you
wanted
have
that
to
with
be
the
a little
outlaw
bit
before. They
proactive.
said, you're going to want it again? Punished. But they're going to take it towards
Considering
A.
he's kind of
Scuba
the
still
anchor.
waiting. Oh, Spike
Yeah,
gets
all
the
his
best
shots
of him
are
one more
down.
time. Leaves him with the same HP as their last encounter. And this time he gets healed up in the instance.
30
It'll be a
seconds
plant in.
Cause see, even in
pretty
this
sure
round, I
save
feel
now
like there's
for
no
Energy.
real like big pressure.
Solo hold
From
onto the
Lev,
A
like,
side, and this time not having
now Lev
really
get the
cages
round,
to
but
support him inside the site
Energy
for Scuba.
can feel
Nor
comfortable,
the trips,
especially
and
if they save
on
this round, that they
1v1
can win the
duel,
next
it's
round.
tough for him to win this one against Spike so far, but even then, even if he takes him down, there's just too many bodies to fully anchor up the A site.
Skip this round.
We all know what it feels like to be lasered. All right. Where do they go next, and how do they do it? Splitting the map a little bit. A 3-2 for Lev. As we'll get a little push down mid from Energy too this time.
They're not avoiding the knife radius here. That was going to say from Ethan, so that's going to spot all 3 of them.
Let's see.
So Leviathan, double duelist, or should I say just the Jet, King, and also Blows were spotted, decide to fall back. Maybe intentional as well, because 2 more players were already lurking towards the A sign.
Damn. I just want to see Sato's
POV.
POV. I feel like he's just been holding A main for a majority of this half.
Or the scaling, should I say, from Spike towards that backside.
The only time he's not been in A main is either when they're just hitting
now it's
B.
attached to the wall to make sure they can't get through that first line without being detected. But no, Neon up and over as per usual.
He saw the cipher.
A nice little hide there from Scuba.
Scuba's solo.
He's limping out of this one.
And spray the
That
smoke
smoke's gonna
again.
clear soon, so he's got to be very careful. Neon just checking the other way.
Wow,
Brock
Bragas
gonna help his teammate
2.
out here.
Observer.
Scuba's still alive, able to work on
Observer.
his utility as he is just hunkered down in the site, and going to be another kill for him as Brock gets
See,
the
this is what I was
third.
saying.
A full house for those two.
They saved
to
that
take
round and
the
they
A
still
site.
feel confident
We're going
enough
around
to
the
be
world.
like, hey,
Like I said,
like,
when
we
you
can
leave
win the
a
next
cage in a
round.
trip, then finally Scuba can maybe get
Like
something
none
done.
of what Lev has
The
shown
idea
has
is
threatened
Kiko drops
Energy,
one right at that
especially since
spot when his
Energy have been
camera
up
gets broken,
a
when the
lot.
exec's coming in on the garden. But Neon
Just feels like
down
their
to
game plan
8 HP. Even saw it from his POV that
is
Scuba
like-
kind of stressed out and pulled his cage up, so they kind of already should have suspected that
Just
Scuba was
like
inside that smoke.
pretty
But
good. I wouldn't say, I was about to say bulletproof, but
it's a brimstone smoke,
I don't
man.
think
It's
a comp is
hazy
ever
in there.
bulletproof. There's always
It
some
lasts forever.
weaknesses.
Yep. So Scuba's able to get the kill and the ult as well to confirm the round and put Energy at map point in this series against Leviathan on Summit. Nice spots, 4
See,
players.
Sato POV.
And Leviathan still
We're just
wants to
holding
keep
aim.
disrespecting it. They'll just pop right into the B site here.
Bit of a death ball. Sato.
Sato's one away from ult.
They're seeing for a
And he's
clear
probably
on the
gonna
other
grab orb.
side. They're just going to go ahead, push right through this.
I mean, he should grab orb,
Ethan
no?
stalls for the fragment. His line of sight is destroyed to the site here, but he's going to be given one by Spike.
easily
as he knows
join his
there's going to be a
team.
push coming through. A
He could
great
still
read
grab orb.
by the IGL.
And he ults back too to prevent any other type of utility to come across here, but he's just grouping up the rest of the team. So they'll let Leviathan plant.
Yeah.
And they just want to flood back here. Pop flash.
And it's just a
trying to get
classic
the line here
retake.
so that Mata can walk
I
in
think
with
the only
ult and
thing
try
is
to
that there
surprise
is
one.
no threat of
move
flank.
in, but they're going to wait just a moment. Scuba's a few steps away, and that's going to mean activation as the spike ticks down here. Paranoia to deny coming from Sato from
You hear a
B-main.
lot of noise CT, so you can
Whoever's
imagine,
inside,
hey,
Blows and
we
Neon
could
are
just
gonna have to
focus
do
on
some work
CT.
here. So that backside defense can do the rest of it. There's 1, 2. Lev doing a great job of thinning out
Okay, they're
Energy's
smoked
numbers.
off.
Puck's running down.
This smoke's going to be tough to get through. They really don't have any real post-plant utility
And
other
they're
than the
just gonna
shots.
stick
There's
it?
not going to be any trigger
Oh,
surge.
they didn't even
Diffuser's
get a
not
half.
there. It's not half just yet. King's going to be there, and it's going to be too much. Lev are going to keep
Wow,
this Summit
lucky.
match alive as they
In
go
a 2v3.
10-12 versus Energy.
There's got to be some practice being done here by Leviathan as well.
I mean, that's why
When
you
you talked
smoke
about
bomb.
it, once again, was it Was it on the side
So
here of
your
Leviatan
teammates can
blows
peek out of
or
the
Spike
smoke
saying, look,
as
we
you're
have ways to
spamming.
prepare against different teams.
Yep.
And the
But
way
see,
that they're
those
playing
breath smokes
high-low
last
at the bench,
forever.
to still be able to spray through a Brimstone smoke and their own Viper Orb to get 2 kills from King right there. There's got to be some sort of layout that they're looking from the
And plus,
the way that the
Lev
map's
just have the
designed, so
angle.
they have their own lineups to spray onto the Spike. But that saves in the round. They only need 2 more rounds here to push this into overtime. We did mention that this was going to be a banger of a series to start between these 2 teams, and Leviathan are showing that their attack side is definitely something to be afraid
That's
of.
so interesting.
Yeah, absolutely. As we start off round 23, we'll see if there's any more of these tricks being used in the post plant. As the rounds, they're getting so tight towards the end.
It's a
you
rock,
really can't tell
or
who's
it's a
gonna be getting
movable.
them.
It's an immovable object
And
versus
this
an
one
unstoppable
starts
force.
off pretty long.
Ethan versus
without
King.
getting a first blood here.
I feel like both are just
And one of the first
just
times we'll see a
rocks
full
for
take
their
by
team.
Levin mid.
both world champs.
And a good job on them to find that gap again. A 1-3-1 setup to start, and NRG's IGL did spot Leviatan's IGL at the beginning of this round in the
interesting
front of that
dart.
B site. So as he pulls back and gets spotted by the dog,
I mean, even
then
if
King
it
says,
tags,
okay, well,
it doesn't
kind of
really
feels that
tell
they've
a
given up
lot.
that line. He's going to try to take that space. Now he realizes that it's almost clear. He still has to clear the left side of the bench if he needs to. But they could still work around the map here for
Threatening
Leviatan.
an
Selling
A
a fake towards
split.
this A site to finish towards B.
But
Yeah, it's exactly what they did in their previous strategy.
Ethan's just trying to
Ethan
stay
sees
alive.
someone
He
and
knows.
instantly
He
goes for the other
knows.
fight, knowing he's not going to be pushed from behind. His ability to choose the right target is incredible in this
Bro,
situation.
yeah.
A
See, look at
headshot on
Ethan's
Spike, and the
jiggles.
team's still there
Man,
in
his
long
jiggle
range
pieces
to
are just
back him up because
undefeated.
they have the angles.
He's not dead.
These are
Playing
the
my life.
rounds that
Playing my
energy
life.
pulls
Trying
back
to
into their
get them
favor.
to,
Lev
trying to
is
get
still
them to
just trying
peek.
search for the kills. They find 2 to light up the kill feed, but 5 seconds left.
5 seconds
the
left.
spike's starting to go down right now. It's
No
actually stopped. That's
time.
it. Energy, you're going to be able to grab the round. They caused too much
Wow.
chaos. And they take
That's
some of it in
Ethan's
their favor
value.
for
He
map
just
1.
lives for so long that he
thanks
baits
to the
the
IGL
opponents
and
for
the
them to
experience
swing
of Ethan
against them.
to delay,
Once he
to
gets
kill,
them,
to
either
identify
his
the
teammates
splits,
have
and
the,
just
are there to
take down the
trade,
dive of Neon,
or
and they're
he's
able
able to
stop the new comp
get the kill.
attempted by Leviatan.
See what the util is, the guns, the bandit back in some hands here as we get ready to start off on Sunset. Both teams undefeated here.
Damn, yeah, that's big as
Somebody's
your
going to
initiator
be
player.
leading
You
with
just
a
gotta
loss today.
get some
Towards the
info,
right side of the map.
throw
Lev
some
get themselves
util,
started in
sometimes
a
play your
pretty
lives.
distinct W hold with energy very far back to retake.
You see Leviatan are playing a lot of util to try to go for the exit for a clean sight hit. And for energy, they want to play far back a little bit. They have 1 paranoia and a lot of strong pistols to work with for
It's gonna be
the
an
fight
A
and
hit.
the stall.
That means they're going to do
But
everything as a
energy have the
collective.
read.
Get that damage in all at once. And a lot of noise actually picked up here
The
by
cunning
Lev as
sound.
they cut noise themselves. Oh, man.
Oh, now they know
are
that
gonna be
Phoenix is
head-to-head
here.
An elbow. Only for 1. They're kind of leading him into a trap. Who's going to be the one inside the trap is the question. Lev coming out on top for now to keep NRG moving around. But wait, the trade's still going back and forth. A 3v3 as the
Ooh.
paranoia strikes
That was a
perfectly.
180.
Lev's still able to come out on top with 1.
1 enemy remaining.
Oh my
That's
gosh.
spiked down.
Oh,
The
Kiko.
trades are hot and heavy here. What a paranoia from Kiko. King sidesteps, turns back out instantly. And
Yeah, I
takes
don't think
Kiko
Kiko is
down
ready
for
for the
a little
repeat.
open V-home in action on pistol.
Very nice for both of the teams. They cut noise because a lot of the players were hit by the KO knife at the very beginning. And then they decide, okay, well, let's just pick up the orb. We could let ourselves known.
Yeah, that's a classic
Lev
read.
has coming
I
in
mean,
for the trades, coming in for the fights.
We
And
get
it
hit
was
with a
just one of
knife.
those rounds in one of those games between 2 top teams here that
We
we have in the
hit.
Americas of who's going to be able to win your fights. The end of the day in this 1v1 ends up being King.
Oh. Orb control.
Racing for
He's like,
that
I don't care
orb.
if I die, I'm going for the
No
orb.
Phoenix
Spike gets
orb.
one of his own. And they are going quick here. What
Jeez,
a
that's
challenge
pretty
on the other side
good.
there. Neon goes for the rendezvous and
You
Scuba
prevent
instantly
Phoenix
chased.
orb. I
And they
mean, you
keep
just
going for the fights here. Brock actually challenged
Do they
quickly.
give
He
Phoenix
was
a
ready
spike?
for,
Yep, they
and on
give Phoenix a
every
spike.
front this seems to be
Well, he
happening.
kinda gets
but
an
NRG's
orb.
not going to stop. Now
Not the end
back
of the
into
world,
side through
but
Scuba's
does
gate
prevent
here. Nobody's taking a breath to
some
reset.
min-maxing.
And he gets within arm's reach with his
Whoa,
classic.
this is a little too close.
Good damage, classic onlys here for energy.
There it is.
Use
That's
bit
a
of
win.
util for the
That's a
kills,
win
but you
for
trade
NRG.
util for kills, you'll
They
take it,
prevent
'cause you're
the
making it
orb grab
expensive for
from
Leviathan as well,
Phoenix.
as you see them juggle weapons
Phoenix
to
only gets a spike.
carry as many
I
of the
think
rifles as he could
Sato only
into
gets a
their bonus
kill.
round. still is going to be looking a little decent here. 2 Bulldogs and a Guardian into this one.
And so
but good here on the
that's
rest
pretty
of
good
NRG,
for NRG.
putting that damage on the
I mean, he's halfway from ult on the second
into
round,
a position in a winnable position,
which
because he can just
a lot of teams are usually
need to
one
buy
away.
the outlaw instead of going for the full op. Didn't have money for the op as well. So the outlaw being positioned on the top middle. Jump spotted now by King, but it's still an opening from Leviathan. Over on his B side, and the second time that you jump, he ain't gonna miss.
Oh, wait, you
Sato
can't give
hasn't
him that
grabbed
shot.
orb.
He'll be tempted again from tiles here, it looks like, as we see the fight from Market into sight. Brock eats that flash, and a few stinger bullets for Spike. Consistently picking up the alt doors.
And
so
we pop ult.
They go forward.
Pretty good spacing by NRG.
Boba. Shut down quickly, and NRG resets this one.
What a kill.
Tries to, with Sato still holding W.
I mean, Sato won't get an ult
I love that Leviathan
at this round, which is a pretty big dub
they've already lost King and the
for
Blaze
NRG, but they lost a lot of guns.
Any other cycles to get more smokes in for the execute, so they said, let's find our timing, let's fight and hope for the best. And the best is working.
Bro, the one clicks right now from this Guardian. He's going to try to find
Oh, he gets info. Yeah, he said, let me get the kill, let me get the kill, let me get the kill.
What are you going to do? Oh, just a shot.
Said, let me eat, let me eat, let me eat.
They
said, let me eat,
the
boy,
round,
let me
and
eat.
they want to keep the hype going, everybody up and out of their seats here on Lev.
And it's Spike just brute forcing his way into the market to just get
He
his
said,
one.
let me eat.
It was a nice recon dart from Brock to stall towards the B main, but it just couldn't capitalize on wall bang, spraying any kills. You have inserts on the market side.
Yeah, I just wonder.
People busy here
I
towards
wonder
the market. Sato
how
walks up
Lev's defense
gets
side.
the angle into Boba.
So I think that's the that's where they got 13-1
coming out
by
here from
Furia.
Leviathan and breaking the econ once again from NRG. A bonus round converted.
That's the real question.
As the best weapon
Mata does get ult,
even, the finger
which is big if they get a man advantage.
As he picks up the orb on B main.
Okay.
They push around the corner.
Then it's a
quick
clean sweep.
As they know the orb is a priority
Pico
here
is
for
pretty
the side
low.
of NRG. Neon.
Neon here's the
Very
rotate.
knowledgeable with that
It's a clean sweep.
of Mata running away.
It looks like Sato was about to stand up. They're in the middle of it.
I think Sato really wanted to play Phoenix. After that Omen game, he was so ready to get out of Phoenix. Oh, my word. And again.
There's a specialists in terms of the agent.
One thing I want to talk about while we have this moment is that I feel like Lev are kind of in a downside whenever Sato is on the Omen, because that's why I feel like they've been perma-banning Breeze, because they can't really figure out a comp that really maximizes their players, because we have most likely Sato on the Omen, and Neon on the Jet, because it's a Jet map, you can op, and then you have obviously Spike Scene on the Neon. And so we're trading Omen players between Sato and Neon. Bro, their names are so confusing when sometimes you just talk about the agent. But I think that's why they're down. That's why it's kind of their downfall, in that, yeah, they have set ideas, but if a thing isn't working for them, then I feel like they just kind of like are just focusing on their strengths right now, which I don't blame them. I feel like it's probably needed at this point as they continue to develop. Even though they won champs, like, they're still a young team. I feel like they're constantly learning about, themselves and trying and experimenting. Even though I feel like most of their comps are generally the same, they kind of have the same archetype. We have Bows always on the initiator, like always, never not on initiator. And then we have Spike Scene always on the Neon, and then we have role swaps between Neon and Sato. Sometimes Sato is playing Spokes, otherwise he's the Phoenix. I mean, occasionally they play Waylay, but like, for the most part, it's just like, if we're having an Omen on the map, it just seems like Neon is somewhat of the better Omen. But that could also be probably due to like comfortability. Maybe Neon feels a little bit more comfortable on Omen on Split, which could be the case. I feel like Split is a lot more simple in terms of like you don't really have that much to think about since it's, you know, an old map. It's a map that pretty much everybody knows. You know pretty much every corner of it, whereas like maps like Summit and sometimes even like Sunset, like you're just constantly, I feel like Summit's more of the example. It's like you're just constantly exploring new areas of the map, where Split has been kind of figured out. If that makes sense. So yeah. TLDR, I think Lev might struggle on Summit just because there's a conflict in roles. And I don't think it will be like endgame, but I think it may take some time to figure out what works for them. Because I think Neon is the better Omen, but in situations where you have a Summit, you want the Jet just because Neon is a good opera. So yeah, that's my little tangent.
Side of the map. They've been finding Kiko and Elbow every time. I think that's just reassuring them of the setup they're going to see in sight too. It hasn't been too much different. So they're getting a little bit of confirmation here each time that happens.
So yeah, if we're talking strengths.
Let's see how they're going to play through this one. Back towards A. Lev comes.
Ooh, Ethan with 3. Yeah, he's one-shotted. Jeez. Now Blows is... Sato just quiet. They got him. They got him. What a good seize. What a good seize.
Big round there from Blows. Almost felt like the nightfall was wasted, but they want to capitalize and confirm the rounds on the one.
Yeah, that is pretty big to be up.
Did his darnest to try to anchor up on this side. Look at that triple mode.
To be up in a man advantage in a 2v1 and throw the fatal. I don't blame him. Secure the round by any means. I mean, that allows them to get a potential second ult by the end of the half.
An 8 HP round on Summit, a 6 HP round from Blows.
Now Mata has the op.
Doesn't even matter what the pressure is for him. A little bit more of a push here from NRG. They're going to take that full A side control, but no more just being in the elbow. There's the drone mid. They want a little bit more map control overall.
Okay, now Lev are kind of taking a little bit slower. If NRG walk up, they might get punished.
They already made the Haunt Phoenix flash on the top middle in the first place. So the Owl drone from Brock that spawns here, the Phoenix moving in towards market, could really get Mata ready for the first blood.
They just hold the angle.
Little tag there as they bumped into each other, but Mata still
alive. Not expecting the op, but the round is not over.
Coming in from NRG, but there is a roam going on by Neon right now to see if he can split the map wide open for Lev to reset.
It might be Oppie up in mid. Smoke is cleared.
The look is nice as the opener from NRG. As you do the pop
Neon
flash,
is clearing market with an op.
Ethan, it allows for them to get the line, but at the same time, if Leviathan starts scaling towards that left side, yeah, at least that trip
a
is
headshot.
Up, as I was talking, a nice little
through
scale
the
up from
brakes.
Neon on the top middle to take down Mata.
No, if Neon hit that shot, then that would have been crazy.
Here in this series, and this one could give them the movement and patience they need to really take down Lev as they try to get back into the A site. 14 seconds.
And NRG are flooding.
Pressure cooker on now as King
I
makes
like this from NRG. We're gonna prevent plant.
Blows has the full force of NRG looking at him in sight, and looks like NRG will grab their first round here.
See, this is what I criticize from teams a lot.
Or King
is like
question mark.
In a man advantage. In a man advantage, like, you just don't sit passive and wait for them to plant, because then that allows them to control a little bit of space. And if they have a lot of space, then that's how a lot of teams throw man advantages in the...
Yeah, that is a nice little shot there.
Jesus, where do you even aim at as Mata? If you sit passive on the defensive side and you allow them to plant, then that allows them to gain space, and once they gain space, then they can feel like they can isolate fights, and then that's how you lose. You know, 2v4s, 1v3s.
Back to pace. Run it back.
Because you're retaking
the space on the actual
running out of time
side is not gained here.
and the player is able to
It's
isolate
gonna be a try
fights.
for an elbow entry once
But if
again.
you go, you
Three
try to
members of NRG
prevent.
just on the other side. It
Ooh,
hasn't
what a
stopped
molly.
Lev before, and that's a cooking Spike Zine. Gonna be okay as it's just teammate damage.
I mean, it wasn't a crazy molly, but it does take out the player behind.
Scattered, and that's going to be a little bit more chaos as Lev have to totally reset and figure out a way into elbow to grab that spike.
Thing is, King has that TP, right, from that
Hey, 2v3.
couple of rounds ago.
Spike is stranded in elbow.
They could just
King might
escape if
take a
they want
timing
to,
for
but it looks like
himself.
they want to just
Yeah, I don't blame him.
clear on individual angles. And hoping that their gun's going to be good enough to win the round here for Leviathan. Still 48 seconds, or sorry, 40 seconds to work with in the round. Now the plant's confirmed toward the A site.
Decently healthy. I mean, Brock falls quick. They're in that 2v2. It depends on how these fights are actually angled. And they're not going to get the 1v1 towards pawn side here. So
Darts up too.
great entrance from
they're all
Gate
coming
here
from
NRG to keep the team
same
together.
angle. Mana does have ult.
Slowing them down.
Brock has to
with the
kill that
lowest
low.
HP gets the first kill.
Oh, he might
It's
be
up
able
to
to
King now.
isolate.
Resetting for a little
This
bit of
angle's
height
so
here, just
big.
to try and get the crosshairs in his favor, but Scuba
That was
is
a
on
great
it,
job
locks
from
down
King
the
to
kill.
isolate the
That gives
fights.
NRG a second round here on Sunset.
Even
Was
though Scuba
almost gonna
does
be a
win the
master in a
round.
clutch again.
Coming from the
There's a nifty
same
little shot by Brock,
choke
though, at
point does
low HP.
make you a little
To
bit
still get the
readable.
first kill down, but
A
then there
little
was that
bit
overheat slide
easier
from
to isolate
Mata.
fights.
Yeah, he's able to get the overdrive.
Especially
and try
coming
to
around
maybe
that
cut the
corner.
crosshair placement, but his two teammates
It's
were a
just
little
hard
bit
to
too
double
far
swing.
behind to be able to instantly trade with him. So there was definitely a possible win for the
Alright,
IGL
let's
of
skip ahead.
Leviathan.
Sure, all
Yeah, good job from NRG closing the round.
A change for Leviathan that starts with a fast lane right on the top of middle, but utilizing Recon Dart and now also the knife confirms now that
Hey.
Leviathan really just sold a
Yeah,
fake in the very
Leviathan just
beginning.
playing anti-KO knife.
I try to re-pump though on their side.
I mean, it makes
Ethan has to
sense.
jiggle peek into this one.
Ooh, gets info on the
Oh.
players. Doesn't overpeak.
nicely cleared.
Beautiful.
See, that's
Really cool combo.
that's
of
a
utility
championship
there. Even if
IGL.
unintentional for Sato to really get triggered by the fragment as he walked.
I mean,
into
he
it.
could have probably easily got a
Ethan
kill, but he
used the
probably
hot flash
dies.
peek as if he
And
was
Ethan
a
is
Recon
always
Dart.
probably gonna
Exactly. It's just really
take
clean if they
either
don't have
an
it on the right
advantage
side of the map
fight,
still. Like
a
you
fight
said,
that
they
he
had to
feels like he's
re-clear it.
favorable in,
And it's giving Lev trouble.
or he's gonna
Move
fight to
towards the left
trade,
side, already covered by Mata
or he's
here,
gonna
doesn't
jiggle
get
for
cleared
info.
right away by the Prowler, but it still causes him enough trouble. Brock holding his life there in Boba.
Oh,
This should be the plan. What a swing
ooh,
from King.
they're
Kiko
bunkering
answers,
backside.
though. Slows things down here towards mid. The spike gets dropped
Oh,
on site,
Scuba.
and they're going to try to give it to King.
They have
the
Omen
ultimate
ult.
from the
Yep.
site to site here as they go coast to coast.
Cover going out.
Yeah, Bo's rotating through spawn
10
because he
seconds
feels
left.
like he
They'll
doesn't want to
the
get picked
plant.
off.
It's going to get slowed down a bit by a trip.
Oh, he almost died.
Still will be enough time here to go for the plant into the site. But that gives enough time right now for the rotate for NRG to already be here to fight.
One enemy
Oh,
remaining.
the reload. Walks it right into Scuba. And now it's
Blows.
up to
He's
blows.
gonna isolate this fight.
These are the rounds
Gets
that
info,
NRG's
doesn't
been
know
able to
about the
sweep
second player.
back in. All these clutches coming so
Ooh,
close.
gets the
Blows
kill.
enters the smoke first. Now he can backpedal.
Oh, that's just so nasty
Scuba
one way.
just
Like
on
it's
the
an
outside
unintentional
of the
one way,
smoke,
but
and
since he has the
Blows
leverage on the
uses that angle
smoke,
perfectly
he sees
to
him.
stop the bleeding as NRG was
um,
starting to come back.
He sees him like he basically sees the shoulder first before,
Nice little clutch there by Blows.
Scuba.
for sure.
Before Scuba sees him first.
Steady with the hand, and look at that. He gets hit by the paranoia, but then
So yeah,
closes
in
that
this
gap
one
to
way,
really
you
win
see that
fight.
he doesn't even see
Against
him.
Kiko running
He doesn't
in.
even see him.
And
Scuba
the
doesn't
idea
even
was
see
already
him.
there. The jiggle came out from Scuba.
And it's all
He
because of
saw
the
push
leverage
coming
on
through,
the stairs.
And then the paranoia was perfect for the lineup. But again, it's another one of those scenarios where every single one of these players for Leviathan, just great heads-up plays to isolate different fights. But now it's
Ooh,
running the push
oh,
forward.
I thought he
Nice little
collapsed.
trade-off from both sides.
Yeah.
I thought he collapsed for sure.
You see here at the beginning of the rounds, NRG are consistently just trying to flash and contain this line over A. And I feel like Leviathan's done enough conditioning on that side as well that they could start selling these fakes and pump a little bit more here towards that mid B side.
You get the call from Neon too now. He's been in B main quite a bit, or lobby at least, before they make it to main, saying nobody's really pushing this. They're not doing much. We have the space to gain. They're just going to meet a trip here, really. This is one of the first times we see them encroaching towards B without going through that market area.
Yeah,
Scuba
depends on how patient King is.
Around his utility.
Oh, he hears him, and it's a free kill. Okay, some trades. 3v3.
Did see King. One for Scuba. Pressures out with a teammate. Really nice timing on the protocol.
Neon gets the one.
Back in onto Leviathan,
oh, and he's just too low.
King. Another one.
Needs a headshot. Ooh, a 4K from King.
A 4K for King.
That's good patience from King.
For Leviathan.
Ah, man, the util is just too good as well. Mata gets caught with his pens down on a rotate. And King throws the perfect paranoia as the dual first shot slows down the field and doesn't allow for really energy to encroach into a trade in front of that B site, leaving it on a 1 versus 1. Look at Scuba, he had no chance to move around anywhere.
And just a timing peak while he's W King.
And you already knew where the last
That's
pair
how you
was
won
at
the fight.
because of the pressure that the Neon had in the first place. Neon calls it, and King just confidently swings into it. Such a strong lead that Leviathan has built up in this first half. This is a little bit of a silver lining here. Energy into an eco, but shares across the board. We're hoping here that they're going to be able to land these instant headshots.
Is it just going to be a B hit?
Over on this B site.
Lev swapping the strategy. Neon over on the right side of the map
we're
now.
Just baiting.
They make a little bit of repeated noise at
Able
B.
to grab orb.
Make Energy
this is an anti-eco, a big anti-eco.
They just had. So it's going to be a
they
fake
lose this
hit
round.
And noise cut. And really neat like adaptations Lev always does throughout their games.
It goes from a 210 to potential 4.
Energy, like I said, they haven't had the best of results going into Sunset, but if you're looking at the nature of their map pool too, you kind of didn't want to play split against Leviathan's best map, right? So you had to ban one of those, and now you're just testing the limits of your new comp against Leviathan.
Punishing
it's not
another kill Armada.
At least for now. We'll see if the double initiator could help out on their attack side.
That reminds me, one thing I want to talk about is how much you can get away with in ranked. Like, I feel like that's why you see a lot of bad habits from these players. I feel like a good majority of their time is spent in scrims. Whenever they have off time, whenever they have off time, they're just getting away with a lot. Like a lot in the sense of like, if a team is always 5-man hitting A, then you can easily rotate. You can just say, hey, I'm willing to take a chance and just like just sprint rotate to flank the attackers. And you can get away with it a lot of times because that's how a lot of teams or a lot of ranked players play. It's like, hey, I want to take a fight as soon as barriers drop. But then you run into those dudes that like just like slow walk and everything. And then that's where the game feels like it's a lot more harder.
5 there, a little bit longer than he may have wanted to wake up for Summit, but he's definitely here for Sunset. Okay, Kiko.
Grabs a gun.
A quick smoke moment there to get a few more guns out of the hands of Lev, and like you said,
he's like, "What you doing, bro?"
A little bit easier if they can grab it here in the first half.
Those 2 kills looked really huge, but at the end of the day, there's still enough money here for Leviathan to buy for each other and still have an op round in round number 12.
Save up. Gold loot.
Oh.
Get the loot. Get the loot. Get the loot.
Okay. Neon has one, and that goes right to Mata. Ops down mid.
Big pick by Mata.
Ops down mid, and Spike falls on that one.
So crucial thing with the Spike being saved, or should I say the Ops being saved on the previous round. Get all the value for it. Forcing also a reheal from Sato. And so
Lev still have
for energy, so as they get a little bit of space, they're still setting up the right crossbars.
But Ethan has his null command.
Type of forward position that Leviathan will attempt here. But they are themselves spread across the map on the attack.
I mean, a win by Lev would be banning out
Blows and King to make some noise towards the A side.
But they're probably going to just use it on the retake.
Somehow King has ult again. So they could do another King across the map if they really hold this mid and Sato can get a re-rotate.
Damn, look at all these Kings on the map.
So I think it might end there with the Nightfall. Still, King's in a position to make this go the other way. Nah, he uses that. Knowing the Nightfall didn't get tags on the back, but they can source him, and yeah, Kiko knows the angle. They get a free cool there. He can't get out, doesn't know the timing. Levs takes into the site, and it was much faster than he expected.
Healed in mid.
That's cooking. Nice
and he gets
Sato actually eats the fragment, pushes through as Brock gets a kill in sight.
Oh, they need a plant. They need a plant.
As he finds Brock and market, and he's even
almost collapsed.
Mata took a hit.
He has time.
Well.
Whoa!
Crazy stuff. Crazy stuff. A third round there.
Wall
Mata
bang.
not flinching a bit. The
wall bang.
fights from these guys are incredible for this first half.
That is also crazy. There's 7 seconds left. He has a high gear. He's playing Neon. For God's sake, he said. He's like, yeah, let me just turn back and still kill him. That's aura right now for Mata on that 1v1 in the end. And NRG, they still managed to salvage that last round.
See, that was almost, he got hit too.
Dominant first half.
See, that's crazy.
Aura, and we'll see if they can keep it and bring us to a third map as we take a quick break before our second half here of Sunset.
All right, let's skip this.
Vibes, see just your normal.
As best as I can, but even those days, like I made it like
First back again.
It was against EG2, a very one-sided victory that they've gotten with the same comp. But you saw here how they worked on their attack side. There was a lot of big openers on their end and big clutch on the closers. And as we start this second half, it's also NRG that just want to keep the momentum going from the first half. Already a fast opening on middle to make some noise, try to break that door. While Leviathan were playing a 4-1 setup, a lot of bodies being set up to fight towards the A line.
So now NRG focus on mid. This is funny because NRG was not a Sunset team when they won champs.
Start prodding for some
so it's interesting.
Leviathan to start with the flash to peek on top middle.
They know the chamber util's over.
Was champs really the last time they played this?
With his cam out.
I can't recall off of memory.
Here for Neon. He can rendezvous back to slant in sight.
But we're getting 3 rounds.
Still not going to bite. Just a quick rotation from everybody on Lev's defense. And
going to attacker side, it's not bad. Especially if they went pistol.
Yeah, Scuba's currently watching the camera towards that front B line, but also in range to be able to hear the turret.
Yeah,
so
they just trust Neon to hold the A line.
For NRG to take, nothing to really slow them down.
Yes, Neon doesn't get a timing, but nobody's anywhere close.
Paranoia deafening them. They didn't
good team fight out of the smoke.
Enter collectively here, pick up some good kills.
30 seconds left.
5v3.
Double spike.
I mean, Blows just has to play his life.
Trying to make this weird from the other side.
And they just made it winnable.
Evening the numbers here as Ethan starts to walk down and really give.
He needs the kills. He needs the kills.
Nice space out though. Nice spacing from.
I mean, he could just play time.
Oh my gosh!
I didn't even see the bullet fly out.
He's just playing ring around the rosy and market, and he's able to get the best of both players with the Red Bull clutch.
Yeah, it almost felt like Scuba got caught going up the staircase and maybe hit the wall before he turned the corner, but Neon does an excellent job staying tucked in the whole time, letting them pass and doing the backstab. And you're seeing here the pressure that was coming out from NRG. There was only 13 seconds left in the round. And as they executed towards this B site, they kind of let Rock go for a force buy.
Just a win by Lev.
Stingers are going to be effective, especially with the speed of Mata. Lev has also been effective at staying alive, though, and they quickly start to return fire. NRG lights up that kill feed slowly.
Sato is trapped, and they force.
Scuba walks that into Sato.
But Scuba is low, so it's kind of a
great job by NRG to just get through Lev's defense.
Take a timing peek.
Oh, man.
Ooh.
Great paranoia to come through. King left alone here. They got the cam on him.
Yep. Oh, what a peek by Brock.
Still gets the swing, and the buy from NRG pays off big time.
Just nice little things, though, from Leviathan. A beautiful paranoia coming out from King, hitting both the player.
Yeah.
TP on the top of the boxes and into slant, giving a chance here for Leviathan to deny the force buy out of NRG. But at least they had 2 players still left alive for NRG to go for that trade. It's a nice little 1v1 by Brock.
On this map, because NRG kind of owns Summit, but NRG is taking
Yeah,
right
the thing I
back on that
realized in this
second round.
game, which was kind of really late, is that
Another quick play from Neon. That's just going to go a bit wayward. And the orb
was
grab
a lot
and full push
of
here from
info is
NRG
just
as they look to take the
given
site.
off of audio. Like, you know,
Paranoia moving out.
you know what players are
Neon's
and the
position
general
as they
area where
reset
they're in
towards
based off of the util they throw or the
Yeah,
footsteps they
NRG
make.
feeling real confident about this one, and there's no reason they shouldn't.
Stay back towards the spawn.
And I bring that up because
Some point, maybe Ethan might be the
so
one
much
moving forward,
of the
so-
kills
Oh,
are just
never
to
mind.
timing.
Gets caught by
That just
Sato.
that was just good timing by
And it's good
Sato.
here. Sato
He walked the whole way.
sacrificing himself will get him the ult into
Someone
the
pulls
next
out
round, so
Yuto.
both players kind of having the idea that somebody had to
Someone
start
pulls out
moving on either
Yuto.
side
I
to
had a gun in
build
my
the
hand.
ults into the
I
next
win
round.
I win the duel.
Putting themselves in a win con.
I mean, literally a walking example.
But
You walk, don't
the
make
Phantom
noise.
that was dropped
You
by
just have
Ethan
good
will not go to
timing,
waste. Mata only had
you win a
stinger to
duel.
work with. They'll be able to escape that and put themselves at 5 in the second half now.
All right, it's the setup.
Neon.
Oh.
Just missing a couple of $100, at least for the side of NRG. They don't have to deal with far away from his own chamber ult. I'm about to save them 2 rounds here for NRG.
Spike actually going all the way back
Yeah,
around.
this is interesting.
It's just for a watch.
The spike, or in this case, Ethan
Take flight.
is holding for any
Playing
aggro at
everything off
A.
sound. Utils traded on both sides.
So they're not committing
King playing a very
to this
dangerous game there. Not knowing
B
how many
hit,
are
but
on
they
that
just
front side of
use
B
the
main.
Sova drone and
Did do some damage
neon
to Mata, but
wall.
he receives
Both
a lot as
sides.
well, yeah. Ethan's just staying back towards that spawn. I wonder if he's going to try to throw a late knife, maybe to try to see if anybody's pushing forward into the line of the orb.
Another round. That was Mata's job with the Sheriff when they came around a pistol. They just keep breaking the door. It's like their little Sage Wall game. Make sure they don't have that avenue of defense. Yeah. Level have to rotate around to cover it. Now, Neon getting around the utility. A quick shot in the rendezvous. Will set Lev up to be moving towards the right side.
You
because
know
they
what
have the power
utility
of
we have?
numbers
We
here
only
as
have
NRG
a
looks to overwhelm. A scuba waiting.
a spam
Oh my God.
through the cage.
What was that?
We only
Just
have
a
we just
level
used all
shot
our
clears
util.
out his opponent, and the rest of NRG
And
waltz
Scuba
on
just turns
through.
up.
My God, Scuba is on a different level today. Lives at 7 HP
Sato
there.
still has
And they just
paranoia.
have 2
Or not
members
Sato,
of
King.
Lev left to deal
Yeah, I'm
with.
Yeah, he's not
confusing the
letting
two.
go for the slide tackle to take
So
him down
used
on
to seeing
Summit.
Sato on
He's able to
on
find his
Summit
revenge onto Spike
with the Omen.
in an opportune moment as NRG are trailing behind by 5 rounds, able to capitalize in this one here as well. That kill onto Blows was huge.
Yeah, really liking how
Leviathan
Energy are
got
team
in-
fighting.
Despite the initial
Even
position
though they
from,
did bait
Neon
out,
that got
or
good
they
value
didn't really
by
bait
ADSing
out
down with
that
the
much
Vandal,
util, but even
it
though
was
they
still
used
the answer back from Energy.
a lot more
That
util
thwarts
than
here
they
the
needed
confidence
to
of
in the
Leviathan
beginning of the
playing
round.
the
I
last
really like
defensive
how they're
round there.
team fighting. You just gotta send it.
But still, and big reason rights is really throwing Lev for a loop. All right. Round 17. The gap only 4 rounds now for NRG. And they continue these rounds where they make a bunch of noise before they actually
He's been
execute their
playing
strat.
anti-flash.
Yeah, take the beaming control. Orb is there for Ethan to pick up if you want to.
Was
Also trying to
or
force the
Neon
hand of
controlling
Leviathan to
mid.
go for any potential trap plays. You already have Neon inserted down towards middle. And the knife sees nobody on B sides, and they're like, okay, let's just walk
Oh,
in.
timing.
Let's just take this site.
Oh, timing not in Lev's favor on that, but they do find a trade on Mata
Okay, Scuba gets a
as the
pick.
spike goes down for
Gives
that
up
effort.
mid.
Everyone from market. Looks like they may
You know
leave
what? I
they're
actually
splitting a bit
think
for the
I see a
paranoia
lot
here.
less of teams
Oh, what a setup.
a
Energy
late
staying
lurk
in sight too.
into
They're just
market.
ready to take the fight right on, knowing that
So
low
many
buy.
flashes are coming.
And I feel like
Who
it's
can turn
it's
it?
due to the plant
Close your
position.
eyes.
Since the plant position is in like
Wait,
this.
2. Kiko answers with 1. A nice flick to get a
Ooh.
third. Now,
Bro's
and
aim
Lev is
dodging.
actually going to be able to sweep
Spin
the
body?
site clean here.
Since they changed the plant position, it's harder to
single member of NRG alive as they get that easy defuse.
Into market because it can be just be planted in that cubby.
I mean, yeah, and yes, you're able to
in theory, it could be planted more open, but then that allows or kind of ruins the opportunity for any players
nobody's really trying to
playing
that
B
space.
main.
So Leviatan just walk down towards
so a lot of teams are planning stairs by
Once
default.
they're not affected by the null command anymore, they have full utility to go for prowlers, haunts, double flashes,
and
there was no way here into at least
like
some sort of
more of a safe plant.
B, the name of
just
the game
a straight
here
hit.
For Energy. One
slides to get out of the fight angle. Ooh, Sato flashes in the
and continues to pick up kills for the teams. We see one
He's
there.
just like me.
And now that chaos, everything cuts. As Energy realized
oh,
they do not
the
have
cage.
The space they fought for.
Oh, he almost got through the cage without getting detected.
Wasted by Scuba, though.
Or sorry, the chamber trip.
Known. Kind of scrabbling back into position, and Neon is just going to be the one to receive all of that information. Very weird from Energy, though, which may play in their favor. All over the map.
I have all the sight.
Might catch a
but then
here,
Brock,
especially Ethan.
everybody's so spread out they could be taken for ones. But Brock has just single-handedly walked into B.
Rotate across. Ethan and Scuba could work together to fight back towards the spawn.
And Lev over rotate.
But he's been good in a lot of these scenarios so far on this map.
Ooh.
Hello, a quick and close shot. This is such a neat thing Energy
Ethan's
has
trying
done
to save
make
his
the
knife.
map feel completely unsafe for Lev in a man-up situation too. For that
I mean,
fact,
the knife
but they're still going to try to
doesn't
get
do
back over
anything
the
in the
site now
bigger
as the spike
picture.
is planted. It's still going to be very hard for Energy
But the
to
timing
defend
peak?
all of this has taken place.
Wow, doesn't
What
even
a
need the
detection
timing peak,
there.
just
Nice
waits for the
clear by
dart.
Ethan. They go in for another kill, but Spike trades it back.
Oh, just got info.
Taking their time
And
here,
Ethan just mows them down.
Ready to get the shots in. Oh, it didn't clear. Ethan gets 4 in the classic jump. Neon, healthy. He's got the op though. It's only 4 HP. Is he gonna get the shot he needs? He turns.
Almost got the easiest kill of his life.
That was actually
He knows
so
it too.
close for Ethan getting the close classic clutch. What a defuse.
Damn,
Another
his
round
HP
for
didn't
Lev,
help
as
him
that is
either.
gonna put it on map point.
Neon, the small timing that he missed allowed Ethan to get a big 4K in the round. And you saw it on that 1v1. He had normal bullets in the Phantom. He right-clicked to hit his opponent, but he thought that Neon was going to go for the full swing after that. And if Ethan just stayed tucked in, Neon had no idea where he was at. And potentially there for Energy that ends up being costly.
Mr. 4K, Mr.
LEVIATAN
4K.
now at map point. 12-6. Ethan top of the scoreboard though for Energy with that 4K.
And those last 2 wins.
Ooh, flash play.
Spike.
Out of B, they do it.
Here, hammering the nails into the coffin and
That's the first trap play I feel like they've done.
In this series. Another one from blows, and it's the final one. 13-6 as Lev take down NRG.
These two teams also fighting for that #1 seed to potentially skip the play-in. Final one after this, by the way, so it's not easy for Lev, and they're hoping to close it now.
Starting off on Haven, a strong C
Hey,
presence from both teams
from
here.
Energy. Mata does come with one.
Down that choke point. The relay
Barrel
bolts
stuff.
fly, and so does Spike Zine. Going right into the fight, Ethan left. But it's that Kuronami, it's that Sheriff. And he gets one. Collects it clean, and they're going to use this space that Neon has grabbed to get across the map. The 2v2 now set for the pistol round.
They know where the other player
down
is.
For a bit, but he is still trying to close that gap towards that A side, but that's still the alarming for Energy to be ready for. This gun's out as soon as they make it around the corner, but this repositioning from Neon is nice.
Sees one. 2 shots, and now they've cornered Kiko. He has a
Hey, they have a mini crossfire.
Really time or ability to use
Bro.
it. Oh my God, he doesn't need to. They've delivered him the 1v1.
Man, that's just a hard angle. Especially him being on an elevated, or basically be on stairs. Because as they swing, their choke becomes a lot more smaller.
So that was the ultimate challenge for him. So many scenarios when he came down to a 1v1 on
I don't blame
rounds
it.
this series
I'm not mad with
for
it.
that man. And he's able to close that out. A showdown that we had down towards that C-Long. And the last bullet of the Headhunter hits Spike right in the face. That's momentum for sure for Energy winning that pistol.
All right. So Lev now on their plate is to do something that could somewhat lower that momentum, and
saw the elbow.
that's not the way to do it. Kiko on fire right now, backs up and still has protection from Mata.
Oh, blows.
Maybe a
Going
fourth.
crazy on the
Ethan
classic.
will get that. The crowd honestly giving so much momentum as NRG goes kill for kill here to clean up the second round.
Brad, look at that. Ethan has 2 kills now on a Phoenix.
Crazy.
He owns. But no, these are great shots. Great reposition as well from Kiko. Too, and that is going to help out. Would like to see him play another aggressive line actually for trying to go for some picks that could put him in a prime position to get a good ult in their bonus round. And they are looking for the A.
Gonna prioritize orb.
Yeah, they're gonna heavily fight for that orb on both sides. A handful of players from both
Lev
teams
almost had
commit
triangle.
to just that. As the re-hit comes in from Lev. Kiko is pushed off his line 5-0 right now. Still holds the outlaw into round 3. And he's going to be left alone with his trademark Amane.
The important thing with that energy going for the orb control was actually to get the pip up for Ethan instead as well. So they're trying to maximize as much as they could. They're trying to snowball a couple of ults for the next couple of rounds for energy as well to have a very strong start
saying,
on
hey, they're
gonna
aggro into lobby.
As you deny that line from Kiko, and you force the drone out a couple of seconds ago
we
by
trust,
Brock.
just like Neon, we trust Kiko.
Hold
the line,
love the push forward
get a
from
pick,
Mata down towards that C line.
And then we can rotate.
Although, unfortunately, it's met by that Lurk King holding on that line. And that's a lot more map control now, more space that Leviathan could start taking.
They were hoping to find that garage drone kill coming in for Ethan. Spam the door, take the control, but they realized that's where
I mean, realistically, if we think about it,
kill on the left side, which pays off and down
pushing out a C and expecting him to hit A.
This round.
I mean, we see that with a lot of Neons, just taking that deep space towards long.
For Lev, so everything that's in front of them is what they're getting.
I mean, it is their bonus, so it's not end of the world.
Site, though. They've completely surrounded NRG here.
Is this system up?
Closing back in. They're doing the damage
spike scene.
And it's not going to be much.
Spot the last player.
Nice protection for each other inside the site. As Lev get that pretty clean. A flawless bonus for them.
Very nice.
Spike
a little bit of control there by Spike in terms of target practice.
Great control.
Not enough money for the operator for Kiko, but they're playing double Odin. And they're both at the A line. Could this be a double spam of Odins right at that spot? Oh.
Just hip side of Sato almost takes him down. Yeah, they're still going to go ahead and rinse the entire area. The mag is big enough. Mata at 19 is going to have to go ahead and reload. A little bit of an insert by Spike to grab audio on what might be happening in A could make that educated push here for the rest of the map.
I mean, spamming all of that, he still has 19 bullets, so he doesn't need a reload yet, which is why they're both scaling back towards this A line. But thankfully, Neon moves forward to find some information and even capitalizes on a nice pick on their side, leveling up the space on a 4 versus 4. Leviathan grouping back up together to work towards this A site. Feels like Energy's...
Looks like Energy has the read.
That inkling of that rework towards the A side from Leviathan, so they still have the 3-player stack there, which is a nice read and call out from Ethan.
The actual meat grinder. The Odin crossfire.
Is it just a mob?
With some util out, the first one. And Ethan's the one shooting too. They don't even know the second one's up there already.
This is good as well. The position that you currently have from Kiko is going to hear the rotate across. I don't know if they saw him.
They saw him.
But there's only 20 seconds left.
Yeah.
They
saw him very far.
Yeah. At this point, they're saving their weapons. Nice hold by Energy towards the A site. Ooh. Kiko's also, I thought he was going to keep moving forward to try to deny the 2 players trying to save their weapons. Also put him in
just a save.
But there was also another set of 200 ready.
Yep.
Like, crazy, crazy.
The sprays they could have from the garage door into grass. This could be very annoying to deal against for Leviathan. There's also this spray into the sewers.
Oh, by the way, for you guys watching on YouTube, make sure to subscribe. My goal is 200.
There's a little cheeky spot. So, man, they
looking forward to doing a lot of VCT watch parties. Right now, I'm doing a VOD review. just because I wasn't able to catch this match, and I kind of want to get a read because
Sato catches a headshot from Kiko.
I'm gonna do my pick'ems for the last week of the regular season before we go into plans. It's gonna be pretty exciting. So yeah, again, thank you guys for watching, and hit that subscribe.
Making a little bit of noise. King has actually had
one thing I am gonna start to do and add to that is a little bit of VOD reviews. Yesterday I did do Longshim and Zeta. A lot of APAC. I'll do a lot of APAC VODs just because some of the games are like at like 4 AM my local time. And so sometimes I'm able to catch the first match, but the second match usually I'm not able to watch. And I do live stream those, like especially like on Longshim, Genji, T1, even like Viral. Viral's doing pretty good.
2 once again, save weapons for Neon and
so
King. Swings down out for these kills.
Save.
Currently comes down to their on their deep. Oh, yeah. Look at the HP of Spike already.
Your toes are gone, man.
And also in chat for feel free to ask me anything.
I feel like especially with this Astra pick, when we saw the scoreline, it's not retake post plant here for NRG. They're winning the rounds before that, so Lev's not even getting a chance to use this Astra really. Sato though with one, they're gonna try to get this run it back to be effective. Maybe they were just buying time to get to this, jumping around and trying to pogo to safety. NRG cannot get out of the site fast enough here as it just leaves Kiko and Scuba. And there's the final few shots to clean up Kiko.
So weird seeing Scuba on smokes.
Exactly what we're talking about here. You gave some space here for Sato. He's going to take it. He's going to take a mile of space and already drops. Oh, well, full on it.
Skip this round. Skip the save. Or two. High flash.
Away from another double Odin
outside a lobby.
With the Phantom only.
And
get the early space.
Hoping to see. It's the tour de force.
You gotta use the second flash.
Flash shouldn't affect him, so I think he's in a good spot here.
Ooh.
Turning the cross.
Make him think that somebody might
there is a
crossed.
chamber trip in A.
He has the trademark though, so doesn't have to move just yet. Can play quick on that close line. But it seems like it's just the operators find a peak right now as we see Neon moving back and forth. Oh god.
I really like Mata on an Odin. Can you imagine how annoying that is to deal against a Neon slide? Perfect spray capability with an Odin.
Hey, Lever, just walking.
Well, we'll see. Just watching sometimes make you pull your hair out. You know what it feels like to play against. And he seems to have the spam lines too. You saw Neon trying to hop around, and he hits him in the face just randomly. Oh my god, what is that? Stop, dude. All right, walls go up. It's trying to break these defensive lines now, and the Phantom Gaming goes
really
to the
a Phantom meta.
Nice kill by Sato is hot. Hands here as Mata gets some trades back from creating so much noise with that Phantom. He eats a shock dart.
5v3.
Hot hands to even get a kill on top of that.
Kiko.
Very nice for LEVIATAN to really slow down the tempo and just walk in for the contact and
he's gonna save a judge.
Did whatever they could there. Because Mana had the garage line. Scuba was inserted towards that C cubby. You still had the
interesting tech
from Kiko looking down towards the line, so they knew exactly where LEVIATAN was going for, but LEVIATAN never really knocked on the door to say, we're really, there were walls about to come down. They did that with the Phoenix on the defense.
A lot of, but then able to play off each other, run off each other.
Oh.
For Gong, bro. Never seen that.
Hold up, I want to see this.
Damn, he had a perfect molly for Gong, bro. Never seen that.
That's what you have to expect.
Where the tech, the Odin Tech Master is a surprise.
Site, you just launched that Phoenix Molly
by
in the air
a Phoenix Molly.
And then
I think it flashes. It gives us a ton. There's lots of being towards triple set out, then trying to play the anti, the full distance, working hard. and giving us a nice display of Valorant as they're trying to push
straight B hit.
LEVIATAN straight into this B site.
And there's Spike again, right? The creating of that.
And we're gonna tempo towards A-Link.
Straight through,
Ooh.
not even expecting it to clear the A-Link position.
That's crazy.
And now they have the right
A normal
half of the
peak.
site in a matter of 20
A
seconds.
normal peak spikes and
Flashlights are
dies.
so potent for it. LEVIATAN
But with that
now.
slide, he only gets out with 30
Just out of range.
HP.
No, caught him on the tip of the toe. But they're safe. They have a crossfire heading back
They have
in.
nothing for backside. They have nothing for
Beautiful. Oh my
backside.
gosh. NRG can't even really get their eye down the scope once they get into the site. Lev is way
They
too
literally
fast,
have to
and they'll
stun.
the pause for another save
They
here on
literally
the
have to
side
stun
of
backside.
NRG.
Yeah.
As they just look for some exits.
What do you expect to get, Ray, or take when you're trying to slide back into the back?
But they don't know how many are in backside. Maybe expecting one at least. But two?
But he gets shut. The guns up.
Oh,
And unfortunately, Scuba loses. Think about the next buy coming up. This gun's important to keep, though.
Saw
And
his barrel.
unfortunately, Scuba loses it.
With that,
3K.
Sato and Spike can just run freely. And they have the utility to make that space.
Jesus.
They have the utility to make that space effective for them and them alone.
Oh, Kugo saying, how did I miss that?
Critical miss there from Kiko. Had a free shot, and Sato's going to activate here towards window. He wants to take that space.
Oh, nice util, too, to deny the Sato movement. He's going to run out of time here on the run it back. No kills, but Spike still slides in towards the back of the site. Still a 4 versus 4.
Bit of
Oh,
a trade. The team wasn't able to use that space,
Tunnel
so
vision.
that's the important part that Lev's been able to work off of. The long-range shot's still a bit in their favor. As they
3v2.
backpedal. Sato. Deja vu
Sato
on
has
this
a
play.
timing,
Almost has
but
a
he
bit of the
doesn't know
timing,
it.
But he knows King's already there, but King's found out. Brock too fast. To the
Oh,
trigger.
he hears silver droning.
This is gonna get
Oh,
weird,
and he
though.
baits up
Scuba.
Oh, ding to
the Scuba live.
Oh, they trade timings though. Now they make the situation feel a little
No,
awkward.
everything's
They're gonna play
weird.
Their lives with smoke.
Wow, the respect given there to Sato. Dink Simmons still doesn't want to refight it, but at least Brock rotated across to get that one. So Blow
Yeah, things are
Solo
weird.
trying to walk towards the A-Link, and Brock has
Sova has the, or
Game sense
sorry,
for this
Sova,
round.
Brock has the
Full
line.
health here. All right, 2 shock darts,
30
a
seconds
bolt.
left.
I mean, everything he does gives away his position, right? So Blows may just keep it.
Wow, what
Oh
a
my
play.
God, Brock,
A solo
you're
play
insane.
by Brock. Pops
There
ult
wasn't even a
for
default
dart.
position to plant.
even recon on the top two. So no matter what, in a good spot here to find his opponent.
Damn, he would literally have to
Big
plan for
round
hell
for Brock
to avoid the dart.
on the defense. And he even manages to save the operator, so this is all very good here
But
from
he knows how
our
this.
MVP.
He knows how this. He knows how a Sova plays. Jesus,
Stop the
man.
bleeding a
These
little bit
tongue
here.
twisters.
Just perfect.
Big, bro. That's insane. That ult is insane. What?
Just perfect.
Spike planted.
Ooh, the ping timing is just perfect.
Big, bro. That's insane. That ult is insane. What?
Hey,
For 2 or 3 Santo to
Much 1%. So like you said, owner comes in for that call. See if Lev can bring it right back in their favor. Even a
Hey, by the
reset
way,
of money right now
subscribe.
wouldn't hurt either team. There's pretty mappy, but bloody out there between these two. And we start off with a lot of aggression towards C once again as Scuba's just flexing a bit. Play in.
Mata.
Mata quickly cleans out Sato.
yeah, before the Cosmic Divide even came up.
Yeah. I think they're a little too sure on their run. It's kind of like you got to wait that beat if you are going to use utility. And it doesn't look like Ethan and team are going to
Oh.
wait too much here. Blows
That
gets
was
the
just a
kill on the
big
run
stun.
it back, so they stall to retake just a little bit, and Blows absolutely hot on the trigger there. But
Oh.
wait a minute. This is looking grim for a
Oh,
moment.
he almost got the up.
Backing up. Blows trying to decide. There's too
And
many.
he gets Kiko.
Indecision
Wins
on
the
the
round.
decision, and
Been shot all of
Good
that
team
utility
fighting,
came
though.
out here for the side of NRG.
From
at
NRG. Running out of the smoke. Gets punished a little bit, but they still continue to fight.
Lost in the sauce of that flash coming out. It's so tough to dodge the curveballs. Yeah. It was that kind of able to come out of that chaos with a smile. Whoa, spike fast.
Oh my
Spike down.
god.
Just as quick
7
as he
HP.
ultimate is able to deter that and slide inside sight.
Yeah, still the double Odin play for NRG with the operator.
Kiko does have angle advantage.
Oh, Kiko getting the real life dodge in there.
It's hard to confirm a kill.
Monitor. This is how close the shots are. Just
way here, both utilize our recon dart, expecting some sort of a push before, so they don't really have that reset. This is actually a nice little window for Lev. Should they want to continue to fight into the A site, having the opportunity to overthrow the defense, despite NRG still having 3 players on there.
All right.
Oh, if he gets modded.
With a little bit of that knowledge from the spam. Mata still 7 HP. Kiko 9, like you said before, they have to make the perfect decision. If one of them falls, the Scuba doesn't have to use the smoke this time, so he can start to waltz on by. Blows is semi-aware of this.
He's taking with the
timing on everyone he has.
I mean, nobody's really threatened by the long pressure.
What's the first move, though? You still have Ethan getting pushed back here. King goes down in heaven, and that forces Ethan's hand to walk.
They don't see Omen. Assume flank.
Now Scuba alone.
They're not expecting. Oh, they saw the gun barrel.
With King being that quick, Lev pull it right back in their favor for another round and
down towards us. How they fell in.
Wait, hold up.
Had to fall back a little bit to play.
He had to saw either shoulder or gun barrel.
Walks in, just like he did a couple of rounds ago, when he still had the double Odin set up on the A site and still gets the the opening in there. Last round now of the half.
Dang, look at all this.
Looks like we did have the early spam to try to contest against
Jesus, man.
We're
shooting a dart with a shorty.
Oh, what a heady push here from Ethan. They've really been patient on the aggression they've taken outside the map, so Lev was not expecting anything like that.
The dart.
I don't know if Ethan
He's just like me. He's just like me.
Tried to escape too with the blaze wall up, but unfortunately just got punished.
Drone clear long. A little bit of calm now for NRG. Push down C.
Another punish.
King
from Mata. Or 2 Mata.
Down long. They have to expect him every time.
But do they expect double?
Matter.
I don't think they'll expect Scuba though. Because right now, you saw the clear from Mata. He fully checked towards the cubby side.
Blinding. Cover going out.
TP. One shot.
How is he?
He takes both. What a good read from King.
I was trying to say, how is he not there?
Very quickly played, and actually stopped Kiko from being really able to help him with the operator in the same sense.
But they're fronting him to C.
That's going to clear.
Oh!
Back and forth. Right now coming in from the side of left. Get them right into sight. 1 HP. Brock will come up. No credits to his name. Go for a bit of a fight here. Oh. You think you've beaten the first wall, and there's just another smoke you have to get through. And put up another one. Oh, good read for Logs possibly, but no one there. Blows, takes down Brock. 6-6 in the first half as Lev do find that even scoreline.
Yeah, the final half of this series ends up being on a clean slate. Both teams finding a resurgence from a dominating first half, or first quarter, should I say, from NRG, but since that timeout from Owner again, getting tremendous value.
Haven, don't. Versus to backside here.
Very nice matchup that we've seen between Beach. And Sato ain't tired today. Hyping himself up, the team, and also the crowd.
Lake's over.
Yeah, besides Sunset, it feels like NRG is finally on par with Lev.
NRG is just trying to make a lot of noise here. So going back to the old ways here, just having Mata fully book it in the early seconds of the round, and then trying to see what information he finds. At the same time, though, some of them were spotted towards the A control. Brock is down low on HP, and so is Neon.
Oh,
so
you got a dink.
Expect a little bit of this, a little bit of spray through the smoke.
You got a dink. Easily one shot.
Yeah, finalized there.
Kiko
doesn't get. Wait a minute, almost hits him with the double take, but Spike reads it, hears it, and cleans it up.
What is going on?
At 19 HP, Neon's down to 45 though, but they've done their job.
Takes a little bit of
chip. That shock dart. Man, these guys are really pushing each other with every bit
Try
of power.
swing out of the smoke, and they're both.
Another right click, collects some damage.
Oh!
What is that, Brock? Through the wall and the jump, and they keep going for the shots.
They're both
15
kind of.
HP to
Yeah, they're both one
here.
shot. Mata has the sheriff.
The sheriff, one shot for Mata.
Whoa.
And it's actually the classic from heaven. Neon's loving every bit of it, and Mata saying, what the hell was that? The defuse comes through. Lev takes pistol.
An insane scenario for both of these teams, though. That push that we had towards that spawn in the post spawn for NRG, you had so many players that were low in HP going inside that smoke. Yet the first right click classic gets a kill, but then you're seeing the mouse wheel jump go at one. Who has the best duels in the trades wins that map or wins that pistol.
You're still here.
Right now. Lev bringing it from the defensive side, but NRG is not going to let up. Already in garage, less than 10 seconds into the round. They're trying to break into C here, and King is laying down the verdict with a judge from close range.
Double judge.
He's going to go ahead and collect one for himself as Kiko is sorted out here by the rest of Leviathan for a second round in the second half.
It's just a feast.
Stopping the bleeding as well.
Let him eat,
nice
let him
judge
eat.
Control from Leviathan, expecting here this, again, this fast hit from Mata from the first round to the second. And catches both him and Ethan. The bonus round brings in 2 Guardians from Leviathan. All right, currently setting this up here for a garage pick into the A main control for both Sato and Blows specifically.
Trying to play a little touch and go. No, they don't even enter towards C. Just seeing what utility is fired in. They are liking this C side.
You walk.
Continuing that orb control.
NRG.
Just back across
control
the map,
the
see what
orb.
Utility they can grab.
But for Mata, though, which is quite interesting.
Yeah.
Take flight.
Because that puts him at halfway, but if Ethan grabbed the orb as well, he's also at halfway himself. And I think right now they're just trying to keep Ethan towards this A line so they can create the illusion that they're trying to take the A choke point control. But because they haven't really pushed Neon away from this line, those players on the C side and garage will should still be ready.
Playing forward. This is a vertically split site here, but they quickly clear it out. Okay, I was gonna say if Lev enters that, it makes it real chaotic. A nice hot hands actually delays the fast lane, and that denies a lot of the safe entry from Lev. That timing was beautiful.
Brock just mows him down.
Can then just clean up everybody in the choke point. Ethan's hot hands there is exceptional for the play that NRG just got out of it. Nice job. NRG takes down Lev for that bonus.
All of that works out. He mows down 3 players, has the Hunter's Fury. He is the spike plant for Ethan.
Yeah.
And you wait long enough here for Kiko to lurk around to get the second kill too. So all of the orb maxing for NRG for that previous round. Oh man.
Good lord.
Just mows them all down.
He's good at that. As we move.
Take flight. Enemy tag.
Lot of info there.
Yep.
Which engages the push.
Spray and Blows gets 2 back.
Tap.
Kinda clean. Kinda clean.
2 bullets.
Meanwhile, we have also engaged both duelists flanking on Sato and Spike into the garage and grass. So NRG pinned. That had to be insane from his point of view.
Yeah, praise the Phantom upgrade. A while back. All right.
Revealing area.
Quick click out. They're still going to try to take this.
Yep.
Easy.
It's going to be retake.
So the money's there for the plant. Should be able to do a bit of damage with these guns, but we'll have to see what kind of protocol Lev sets up with all 5 members ready to crash
no trip break.
I like this though. Kiko's position could go for some picks, TP away.
They don't really got to worry about.
And then if they're able to go for hero plays and drop 2-3, Hunter's Fury could really help.
Pushing through. 1-2. Quickly cleaned
And
up.
last Odin Odin.
They know where Brock is now. He's loud with the Odin.
Yep. Let it sing. Let it sing.
That last kill.
Let it
figure out who gets that
sing.
defuse down. Is going to go to Spike.
Let the Odin sing.
And another round for Lev.
Not a fan.
Just not enough damage being done there to give a chance here for Brock to escape. Didn't even Aldrone ping the right person to spam blows. And they're starting to feel it here on their defensive side for Leviathan, but that from the amount of plants that we've got for NRG, they could still go for another buy, and this might be a simple hit towards the C site because they have the Hunter Sphere to work with.
Yeah, King knows it's a C hit.
Rinse and repeat for that C hit. Take the left side wall, drops, fan out into the site. Very effective strat here for NRG and the way they can
King
support
plays his
each
life.
other on their way in.
Confirms control of garage.
What's the answer? A nice little wall, so Ethan can try to fight spawn.
Oh, they fight spawn.
Without that kill, he does have to retreat back in, though. They can't create a crossfire.
They fight spawn as soon as...
And it's about how the team resets. Brock's already got long C, so they don't have to worry about sight.
As soon as they're about to do a retake.
Clearing garage. Oh, that timing would have been perfect. But Sato has to heal on his way back through. And the NRG's just been doing such a great job of cycling off each other here to be in and out of the position needed to get the kill. Scuba with
Phantom
3.
moment.
NRG grab another one.
Phantom moment.
I like the fast tempo for Leviathan, though, because the trap play from NRG was just trying to blaze wall towards the spawn Paranoia and Hunter's Fury, whatever they're able to hit, and have the duelist fight across. But hearing on the Hunter's Fury, as they still had good control towards the pressure from both levels.
Just want to let it's even.
Spotted at least where walk into the smoke, but maybe one pivot of pivot.
Skip all this.
Cover going out.
Blocking vision. Concealment.
Trying to block
playing in the
garage.
judge. Or playing in the smoke with the
Tricked by
judge.
King. He knows how to play him.
He gets two.
He clears the second one as he sweeps Brock off his feet. Doesn't realize Ethan is so close, but he's done his job.
3v4.
Yeah. Well, they were starting to fall right after the timeout for NRG.
Going up.
But unfortunately, they lose bodies in the process, and they're also one player down. Tapping that spy, trying to force out early util is actually quite nice. They forced out the drone and a blaze wall on the defensive too. It allows for them to reset a little bit better.
This would be an incredible round for NRG to grab with this idea to reset.
Close is leaning towards A.
Planted there, gotten swarmed, rightfully so, but see if they can look for another pick. Why not have this tour de force up?
Oh,
and Neon says, not today.
That was too fast.
All right, it's up to Mata and Ethan. They'll still try to
That was a one
go
tap.
for the round in their favor. Not flipping either, just having Mata trying to go for the hero play. A 4 versus 2, so
yeah.
You need these type of plays to happen. It works out.
Oh, wait. Cleared from the back.
Faint.
They get sandwiched by Lev on that.
1v2.
Might do another jump out here. 30 HP as they've probably calmed through the damage. Mata playing this one to the full extent.
Oh, and he's just dead.
Jock dart. Blows getting that
Jeez,
kill.
he didn't get a chance to play the
across
round.
the stage for a moment. I mean, he's the one usually sitting down, but that one's gonna put a smile on even his face.
I like the idea after the first kill, and I guess they never expected the person in the back of the spawn for NRG. The flash was even thrown on the right side, which is good because the person in spawn is partially blinded, but they were kind of overcommitted to fight into the A link for both Ethan and for Mata. You gotta try, man. In these moments, you gotta try. That was a Hiko move right there.
Mm-hmm. That's funny. Good read. Stop that early aggression from the operator on the side of Lev. Oh. At that tour, the rendezvous actually gets him out quite safely towards A link, so he can stay in for this fight. Neon's protected. I don't know how protected, but this is gonna be tough.
Ooh, this one gets out.
Shot. Back with the team. Now they have no stopping the aggression, right? Run it back instant. Sato's gonna go out. He gets a frag, and they're just trying to keep the pressure on NRG right now as the IGL does what he can, but Ethan falls too.
Oh,
it may just be too much, but Scuba, he's looking good. Oh, tries to get
that would have been
Sato's just a bit quicker on the
sensational
corner. Lev get another round, 11-8 here on our third map of Haven.
Leviatan's looking very good on the defense. There's no way right now for NRG to really penetrate towards these sites. Neon's position continues to be absurd. His shots continue to be so clean. And Sato continues to be unstoppable. For both attack to defense, he's always the tip of the spear here, really opening things up.
They're dancing. You can see the vibes on that side as they even want to get a push out here to pressure a little bit towards mid.
This is contact flash, pretty much. Right on top of the window first. Nobody's peeking out, so both duelists could walk down. If they were going to be rushed down, then that's a flash fight in front of the B site. But they go exploring.
A big start.
Big kill.
NRG, you're now poised to be able to walk this through with a 5v4 and bring that 3-round gap back a little closer. What a push!
Yeah, that's a pretty big kill.
Doesn't find anything on his adventure, but he's gonna stay. I mean, why not take
round
that
if they lose that they're gonna have to half by.
Especially when the trip got broken earlier on, so Kiko's gonna be continuing to watch that
or
space.
Force.
Oh, just to the left. The spike gives him a slightly wide swing there.
This makes things difficult. They had to flip the map to try to plant because nobody's really watching that C line. So Mata has to go for the hero play and gets it.
Traps up. Oh, Jugger's up away.
Now they're sorted on both sides, or either side of the site, I should say. It makes it tough to work off each other here. NRG looks like they pull through with another round. Money still looking pretty good across the map for Lev. So this was really a big round that NRG needed to capitalize on to create those funds.
And speaking of funds, they're actually pretty good here for Leviathan. So as they're positioned and not fully falling back to save their weapons, they're trying to prevent NRG from saving theirs. Yeah. Leaving the radius of the spike. There you go. That's the first one to fall down. The other three, as you even recon towards that grass, just to try to spot where potentially Spike could be, because they knew that he was out there before.
Oh!
They're all hiding in that spike, in that smoke.
Imagine if somebody was out there, though. I'll just shoot into this smoke.
Yeah.
See what I find.
Spray. You just spray everybody.
That was a very big opening shot. We haven't really seen side of NRG be able to work the map themselves. They've been dictated a bit by what Lev is doing, setting traps.
That was a big round for NRG. They're doing their thing again. Half shields.
Aware of the potential pushes coming out from Leviathan, right? It wasn't on them trying to exit and getting denied right away. It's Leviathan trying to change the tempo on their side on the previous round by walking down and going for picks on their side. And thankfully, Kiko got that first opening kill and also opening a door for NRG to capitalize on that hit. Now a fast one into the garage split
They
into
needed
C.
that kill.
Big paranoia. Yeah, keep it up, though.
Mata is low.
They jump in.
Oh.
Wait, they're trying to trade spaces here. Sato very fast on that one. Jumped in between the members of NRG before the second set entered garage.
Oh.
King on Lumber is going to get taken down real fast. And this seems to be a bit scattered. It looked like a lot of Lev members thought they had the in on that play when NRG was very ready for everything to happen.
So another flip the map.
Yeah.
But this position from Scuba is really good. He'll still be the element of surprise even if Mata falls.
Jump out. Oh.
What was that?
Bro, how are the casters not reacting to that crazy shot?
Neon with a very fast shot. 7 shots for blows here.
Bro, dry swings. Bro, dry swings out of the smoke. It's a one-tap headhunter shot.
And it's a smart play to do right there.
Against a guy who's holding it.
You have one person out in the open being Mata to be selfless for one, but also be in a position where he's not going to get knocked down if Brock loses a fight from a rotate forward spawn. So it almost looked like they were not really playing off each other, but one of them had to be the sacrificial lamb, so they go for trades and baits, and it works out in their favor for NRG in the end.
Come on, man.
Nice! Go, boys. Come on, go. Good shit, bro. Good shit, boys. They're going to be low.
And he talked about it should be on a low buy here, which is why Coach Owner is calling out the last timeout here of this series, unless we go into overtime between these two teams. I think right now I'd love to see an overtime, because I don't want this series to end yet. It's been very competitive between both Leviathan and NRG, and wouldn't want it any other way to see who would be the strongest team out of
Phoenix to the table here. I'm out for Lev. Round up. What's the next move? I feel like Lev at this point kind of plays that line of scrimmage game and sees what NRG is going to be hitting them with here to start.
I think the good news as well on the call out from NRG saying that the money's low is that Leviathan won't be able to afford the operator in this round. That might give a chance here for NRG to pump an insert and try to get Kiko to start scaling up and try to go for a pick. Last time he did it, he lost that fight against Neon into the front B line, but I mean, he's been shooting well in the first half. Still give him that responsibility.
Won't take a shot. They don't want to alert NRG the fact that they are pushing up on this just yet. A very passive play around the rest of the map. Might even get a C long push out of Lev in the previous rounds here, but just at the top of C. So NRG is going to have to go searching.
And that's King that's been dangerous in that spot with the judge for round after round. Jones trying to clear him out.
Sato will always take a curveball fight at Garage. They know that.
Oh, you got tagged.
Shut down this time. Mata is able to find the fight that favors NRG as they push in, but crossfired on the backside of the site.
Oh, just straight body shots.
Trouble. NRG push right through as they figure out what's happening.
Even got the insert from Kiko into the window to cut the rotates onto blows. So Neon's left solo, and instantly as they went for a plant, Mata booked it back towards that spawn to just try to find where the last player could be at.
That timing.
He's low.
Wait.
Jiggles.
Does he get this kill? Oh, okay.
Out of the last player.
That's a lot of HP for Neon.
This is a good amount of time.
They could start closing that gap here.
Looks like he's taking the right path. He may find a kill over there, or a shot at Garden, but
they're just holding.
NRG have done it. 11 on.
Saves the gun.
Blows up the site for NRG to take.
The force detection on that sonar was huge to get King out of that position.
And when we talked about a low economy for Leviathan the previous run, it stays even lower. So this is the perfect opportunity for NRG to take the lead in the final moments of the series.
Oh, but he peeks into two as he's stunned.
The situation, Hunter's Fury up the gut of Long A as they're still trying to trade the smoke. A shock dart back here to reset the situation. And they are testing each other right out of the gate on some of these rounds. An operator still there for NRG as Lev is on a low buy for this round.
Yeah, if that gun's still down there for Mata, I feel like somebody should pick it up and just throw it off the map. Again, if you know the state of the round, you know Leviathan's low on economy, you can't afford to leave that weapon behind. As we continue the round forward here at under the minute mark. One playing the ante, trying to break the dart. But NRG are looking to contact play into this A site. Three players are already there.
Blow's actually missed one of the silent jumps. They definitely heard that from the sewer side, so they know anybody jumping means there's also somebody protecting, so they're looking for more inside. NRG are ready for this. Can they clear one? Can they clear Neon? They can! NRG come in with 12 rounds just like that to put the series on map point.
Every time I see Skid turn it around, anytime here for Leviathan. But they stop the bleeding for NRG. They scale in perfectly. They trade with each other perfectly as well. That puts now NRG at that. The two half-buy rounds that we had for Leviathan. They muster enough economy to have an operator in the last round.
One and done.
Of regulation on Haven. A knock for Neon pushing all the way down towards sewers. Has a drone spots too.
This could be a huge kill for Neon here. He waits, and NRG's just as patient to see what they will receive. Maybe a push down long for Scuba.
He's just going to keep holding that line just because of the drone spotting.
Oh, spotted the jiggle.
He could just keep watching that because if NRG stalls and they're not committing to make more noise towards the A side, you have to expect that they're going to try to regroup and walk back to re-clear some different space. Because look at all those pings that happen across the map. They called back B exactly where the positions of Lev, where they're at. And they maybe wanted to try to explore that area. But Mata might have a chance here, might have a little bit of a gap.
Dodges a dart.
They play in the anchor smoke.
Oh, and he just barrel stuff. Ooh, 3v3.
3v3 situation here for the final round. OT for NRG's win on the horizon. That's the flash coming through. Brock has to get.
Oh, you missed the tag, but they still get the kill. Bro, Neon might get an ace.
20 seconds. It has to be the move now for NRG. No reason for Lev to push anything aggressive.
Just waiting for that smoke to go up so he can pick up the spike. So it really comes down to Kiko watching down towards that spawn.
You know, one's planning that only means one is
almost got the collect.
Neon hits the drop shot from heaven, and it's exactly what they need to bring us to OT.
That's crazy. Exactly if he gets a collect, they win the round.
Series and overtime between the two best teams that we currently have in the
Americas. Crazy round.
Two of the best teams. that we have in the Americas. Save that perfect on the Slayer. Neon.
Lev's different comp on Summit. NRG taking their map, the second one for Lev on Sunset, and now we get NRG's comp here on Haven. The Phoenix is fighting. B gonna be the round in the first set of OT. Sato and the rest of the team slide right into position to make it count for themselves. And nobody can even find a safe place to stand.
Looked like he got 3.
The kill feed. King is left alone, a situation he's been in many times. And
Is this
now
winnable?
the pressure rests on the IGL's shoulders here to bring the team a win.
And the drone's going to realize here that Spike's gone. So right now, there is an opening for King to retake towards this B site, isolating 2 different fights. Scuba's just staying in the back of Gong.
He's got a galaxy of stars to use if he wants it, but he's going to try to do everything quiet before using that util. 1, 2. Set.
Easiest kill of Scuba's life.
Ready to read the play. NRG grabbed the first round of overtime.
What a crazy start of the round, though. A fast tempo for Lev to execute towards this B site, and you're just waiting for Blaze Wall to fasten the walls to drop until finally
All right, NRG on attack. Very aggressive towards this C side. All the eggs in one basket as they just start down that
C hit.
King's gonna call it right away, and Mata will not stop as he's the first one, the head of that spear. Oh my God. King clean on the first 2. They're wondering, Scuba's tried to go up top to play the elevation game as he drops with the shorty. Nobody else drops on the map.
4v3.
escaped on time.
Scuba gets another one.
The platform. That's a 2 versus 3. The
King dies.
King.
It's over.
Scuba playing this time. Very smart, but
just a little too impatient.
13.
Brock's just too low.
Blows, keeps it alive for Lev. It looked like Brock might have had the timing there, but he still had to go through another fight on Neon. We go again.
Both teams in different occasions are just trying to run it down. B site for Leviathan, energy on that C site. And it still becomes the defensive positioning and a crossfire setup from both teams that capitalizes on going back and forth in this OT. Sato at 21, 17, and 13. Top of the scoreboard in this series. And
he calls the timeout after a round win.
Fast tempo to fast tempo and realize that it's not really working. You're potentially going to hit for Leviathan to maybe change
something on his mind. You saw in that coach
in the past time, stringing a lot of even though it's 13-13 with Leviathan.
You get an overtime because you're calling 2 rounds, 2 ideas, right? And how do you get the aggression and then how to get the defense because you're going by 2s. So it's the long game for these ones. Got to remember what coach says as we hop back in.
Timeout calls the attack side up for Neon, looking into the garage double doors. Meanwhile, though, for NRG, they've inserted Kiko down towards that C line. So they're leveraging now the chamber to watch the whole C section because of the trademark and also the trip set behind into the garage.
Good push from Kiko. This focus towards the right side of the map and a fast retake on A link.
Damn,
A lot
Dart.
of audio to be grabbed by King if
There's
he doesn't
long,
make
but
noise first.
King hears that. Is there just going to be another B hit?
They saw Kiko keeps himself alive. He's calm to the team.
Scuba, yeah, falling back here towards that
Scuba,
ceiling.
yeah, thank you. And he gets the safety, so they're just playing off of King here, who actually hasn't heard too much, so this little seek out of information is dangerous.
I don't think they checked this from Mata.
Flying into the site. They haven't even looked
and they're ready for it.
They thought they could just walk in. They were sorely mistaken.
My God, am I getting flashbacks of Martin?
Sato.
30 seconds
more than enough bullets here. And the timing
he
his
saw
favor.
one.
He saw something. Definitely got an
But
eye
there's
on
a
that,
player
but he
long.
doesn't know what the timing of everybody else can be. He's got 20 seconds. You going to book it out of here?
He could go B if he ran,
He has no choice
but he doesn't know.
this A site.
Yeah. At least he gets the plant, but he's going to get dropped on.
Sheesh.
Kiko finds
He
that.
didn't know.
NRG find themselves around.
It's too hard in those positions to know.
Sato. Because it almost felt like Scuba was supposed to watch that back line for Mata. If you're looking, he didn't really. He stayed tucked one against Sato. Going back into a pop on the C site, and the ops at the wrong spot for Leviathan.
Call upon King again. Not going to hide in the same spot, right? But he's been so effective from it. No, he backs up. They're going to go for more of a full retake. Actually, 3 coming in. They're going to full defend front to back here for Lev. Big kills
and it's just a defensive.
did not expect that.
And it's just a defense
in the blink of an eye here
simulator.
for Lev.
That is so nice going there for Leviathan. The trip going into the B site was just an alarm for them so that they could play 2 players inside the garage.
Wow.
And if King was going to get run down, you saw the instant rotate coming back from Spike and Sato into the spawn. And somehow they also leveraged the attack side smoke from Scuba to their favor as one way to take down NRG on the attack. Because they've also realized that the exec that NRG has had was to always go for the Scuba TP on the top of Heaven, flash towards the back, and fight in the back of spawn. You don't have a timeout, bro. You already used it.
Yeah, he already used the timeout. That's a T. That's a T, ref.
All right, well, we'll still get a pause, but unfortunately, it's not a timeout.
Okay. Wait a minute. Where are you going? Where are you going? No. Oh, no.
Back pause.
Okay.
Good thing we get to skip it.
But back into all seriousness, though, as we're looking at how back and forth this has gone on the defense side, or at least it from the state at one. Oh,
look at obviously
into the this has been
Jesus. Now we got some buffering.
And he can handle the pressure of competition, but how is his rhythm? Let's check this out.
Wait, is he gonna back into the overtime? So Riot Games Arena, make some noise for the OT between NRG and Leviathan. 14-14. Back onto the attack side is Leviathan, changing the tempo a bit. Whoa. 3 players looking to walk down towards that C line, but Kiko just snuck through.
Kiko
Still
just
in rendezvous range.
has the timing.
1 quick kill and goodbye. Actually stays up top. Love this secondary position. Might get cleared out. And they just
But they're not gonna hit C.
Meanwhile, we did do some damage onto Neon as well, so a huge advantage for NRG in terms of players and HP. But Neon is not flustered by that. He keeps walking into the A site. NRG looks a little bit not necessarily scared, but very prudent. Fully giving up the A site right now for Brock. Because this drone could pull some rotates. The walk-in from Neon's going to happen. If he gets a pick here, that's going to pull everybody back on that side.
This is going to have to be a big round of information for Lev. Spike is that selfless entry, right? They still have the flashes from Sato, but this is going to take a lot more work to get the team in. He goes a little late on the flash. That effect is gone already and almost pays for it there. The rest of the team is still organizing around the map, and it is going to be off of info. Beautifully done. They're going to be able to sneak into A here.
And that's why now King is the insert in front of that B line. Oh,
they see dog.
Yeah, he's got to call it for Ethan. He's not peeking out.
How does
he's still peeking out. Tried to go for the 3 but he TP's out to safety. An opportunity now for Leviathan
That's a crazy
to take this
play.
round and steal it away from NRG.
It's been
I'm sure he calms that,
grabbing those rounds to put the pressure on Lev. This might be one of the first times here. King has a beautiful lurk coming around. The 6th sense of Mata is trying to read that for just a moment, and King goes for a cause for pause.
You gotta hurry up though.
That's gonna be the paranoia.
Oh, Mata gets a huge entry.
Mata coming up with big kills here, and now it's gonna be on to King.
Oh, King needs to hurry up.
On the round.
King needs to.
He's gonna wait it out. The patience, the discipline.
He can make noise.
He gives himself up, and then he turns to get the kill. NRG finds the
Yeah, just a little bit. He had the right timing until the last fight.
He had to come down again to the execs on the retake for NRG.
Literally the last part.
Shots to hit. Mata slides into
everybody was saying, King, hurry up, King, hurry up.
That smoke to get the entry. And that opens it up here to allow NRG to come through. Look at that, right into Neon. Recon continues to be perfect for Brock. And because of all of that, King misses that timing where he should have been the sure point for Leviathan to take. You needed those players inside the A side to stay alive to get that one pick to guarantee the round on their side. But back into a C side hit potentially here. Oh, it's an off on the attack.
Turning the flash. Actually gets tagged up there a little bit. He's fine.
This is nice. as they did the op shot, you still see the rotate from Leviatan back into the C site, but they never committed into the smoke on the top of the C site from Scuba this time around. So you're still able to save your util for Leviatan for a second wave of retake.
Lev rotating players in and out, trying to be fluid on this to make sure they're in the right spot. And NRG has chosen the soft site here. It's going to be King. Has not played this position yet. He's always to the right, always trying to play that garage side, but it's going to be from platform. And he's not cleared right away. They get a good trade on the site. Ethan goes for a clear backside, but it's going to be too. Wait a minute, Spike! He gets a way shot, and the third one clean up, overdrive into the fast lane, and now he puts the pressure onto Scuba to sink him.
Scuba clears that.
On top. A breath of fresh air for Scuba now, and he's going to take his time. 30 seconds and enough time to look for a kill.
Yep. Enough time to go to another side.
Scuba decides to fall back, he has no choice really to go into the B side unless he wants to book it into A. If he goes into B, the trip is there. Oh, he's going to go A. Ends up being the right decision, and it gives him an opportunity, but look at also the rotate coming in from the A-Link. He has to commit to the plant.
10 seconds left.
If anything, plant into Shadow Step Heaven. I don't think he doesn't have it anymore.
He's tagged.
No, he goes just back to A. That's a great angle for this position.
It's a great spot.
He knows the lineup.
Smoke on the side of Leviatan as well, so you could play the tap and the time, but
they're waiting for the smoke.
Against the op of Neon.
The bloom. All right,
the angle, this slant here is a little bit easier to create a 1v1 for him. It's a great spot to choose.
Oh, no way, Scuba would just...
Going to be pushed out. Shoulder check on the smoke. If he doesn't play the orb on the outside, wait a minute!
Scuba! That's how they win?
NRG
That's crazy.
Take down Lev in the third map, 16-14, and stay undefeated in VCT Americas.
Scuba still has the rhythm to clutch that 1 versus 2. What a nice play by him. What a big clutch. And what a series that we witnessed between both of these teams. Bonkar has mentioned it going into this series that it was going to be a giga banger, and they delivered. They promised us a good game, and they did. But if...
All right. What time is it right now? I'm thinking I might do a map of 100 Thieves. Yeah, I'm gonna do a little bit of 100 Thieves. And then, oops.
With these two teams, 15-5 all
time. Yeah, I'm gonna do a little bit of 100 Thieves.
Yeah,
and
most recently, 100 Thieves came away with the win.
They did.
This year, 2026, maybe a new start for 100 Thieves, because they have looked like the better team, to be honest with you, this year. And I think that most people would expect them to be the favorites. The Thieves looked like they were one of those dark horse teams that might have had a shot to make it to Santiago. Certainly got their eyes on London.
Well, here's a scrap early on, up towards window. Players already in mid. Potentially being caught there, maybe on the cross. Do they know that they are close? Timotino going to be biding his time
just
here.
Updating the title real quick.
Players and just waits for the right time to strike. 100 Thieves, they just jump on him. Pouncing on the chance. Immediate pivot up into garage, so all that C space is going to be gathered up. One player towards the back, that's just Cryo, looking to hold them all the way. Back for now, biding his time.
Oh wait, this isn't even the right one. This is not even the right one. Let me fix that real quick. This one.
Yeah, 100 Thieves choosing to take us over into Sunset. This is a match that went the distance in their series versus G2. Big overtimes for them. It is now time for us to get into the game. B main, the early point of pressure for Sentinel, so it doesn't look like Cryo's going to be sticking around.
No, just looking to play for information, get those fast rotates, which are already coming in through mid. As long as 100 Thieves can hold on to backside control, they're in a great spot. That's a big kill from Redux.
Tough way to start for Cryo, but the rest of his team is
too much damage on the pistol round. Timotino shooting.
Have not gotten any control here. Really struggling here as 100 Thieves play both angles around pillar. It's a lights out pistol for Timotino.
Yep.
Timotino is just
straight off the bat,
these fast rotates.
hitting home runs.
When you watch him play the Neon, the priority is always on staying highly mobile, getting into the right position to flood. And here he comes again. Beautiful opener. Adjust for the second and third in this one, even getting the refresh on that slide. He has been maybe the biggest reason behind the Neon, on the Phoenix, on almost every single map. Those two have been in just incredible form the last few months.
Yeah, that 1-2 punch of 100 Thieves duelists. It's been a big turning point for the team, for them sort of bouncing back in between stage 1 and 2 now and riding that momentum. They've just been absolutely tearing it up.
Hasina, especially as an individual, there was that period of time, as I think there has been after every 100 Thieves roster change, where there's the
yeah,
doubt.
I think I might just
Why is he
do
still here? The longest
Sunset.
tenured player on any organization in Americas of pretty much anyone in the world.
I might do
Valorant.
Sunset. I want to do
He
3
stuck
maps,
around
but
and
I don't think I have
I
the
think he's
time
looked
to.
better than ever.
I gotta
Sure,
eat
he was playing
something.
in the very early days back in First Strike. It's still
Yeah, Bang, they've been playing for Sentinels last year. As Cryo this time will nail his first 2 shots. Got knocked out of the round before he got a chance to play it in the pistol, but this is flawless. I mean, just a couple points of damage on Cryo is all Sentinels accomplished.
yeah.
Now Austin
Good anti, or yeah, good
want to
anti-eco.
cook up something. Will trap play over in B main. They've got the bonus buy. Just gonna hope Sentinels step into their trap.
But Sen taking their time towards mid. Just Cortez here.
He could be in some trouble. He is very committed here. Needs to be perfect on these opening shots. The first one lands.
Patience by Cortezia.
Now some utility to push him out from the
And
corner.
he's
That
just
util from
blinded.
Asuna was gorgeous. That's all of his util. Now at the same time,
Damn.
Sentinels heated up
Ferrari
through
peak.
mid. But without control of B main, this is a dangerous site to end into.
Look at Bang, he's making a play here. Pushes forward, takes down John. Paranoia is good to buy even more time as he gets reinforcements from main.
Yeah, Redux spending both flashes to force his way back into the site. It's just him and Jonah here now. Still plenty of time to work with, but no control over the site. Hoping to bait out a swing. But so far, 100 Thieves not biting. It is Asuna with the rifle into the corner. It gets set up beautifully with the bait from Bang in the corner. Now Jonah trying to fight for his life, brings it down into the duel. Look in the wrong direction, though. Cryo takes
that
it
was
down.
overbug.
100 Thieves starting to run away with this
Looked
thing.
like
Yeah, that reclear
Jonah
play
hit the
into
flick.
B-main was so nice.
It's the
from 100
nastiest flick of
Thieves
all time.
Early in that round. The combination of the molly and the flash going the other direction from Asuna was just perfect. Poor Cryo just had to sit, tank the molly. And the second they have this space, it is such a challenge for 100 Thieves to get anything done, because very quickly, CT control was reabsorbed by 100 Thieves, and suddenly they're just sitting on this island, stuck between both sides of the 100 Thieves defense.
Such a tough spot for Sentinels to try and play out from. And Redux actually has the ultimate online, but it
Alright.
being around with a
So-
few stingers in the inventory.
Sen lose
Gonna
the
need some opening picks before
going
Sentinels can
around
rely back
to a
on that.
1v1.
Quickly dashing into market though. To accelerate into B now, and as Jonah P steps out from main,
Oh, solid
Sentinels
tempo
have a
from
real
Sen.
chance now. Couple of rifles to be found here, a tripwire put down deep into spawn.
Planted.
Asuna has the ult though. That'll be the go sign for this retake.
Isn't going to be easy. Asuna really trying to sprint into the site, but Jonah is sitting in the corner. We'll send Asuna backwards. Still a forward hold by Sen. Timatino, the hero from the pistol round,
looks like
now tries to advance back
just
in.
isolated
And
fight.
brings it even. A tap
Jonah
onto the
P has
spike
a
now, and the
stinger.
flame wall up too. Sentinels forced out to try and fight this thing, and they're dropping like
Oh.
flies. John
And he
steadies
gets
the course. Sees that spike ticking down, and it's 4 for the in-game leader.
that was
Such
big.
an incredible clutch there from John QT.
They needed that round. They
Had to
forced
step away from the first week of
Hearts and
competition
tempo,
in
good
stage
momentum
2 for medical reasons.
going into the next couple
But he
rounds.
showed up last week. It was the same when the team was struggling back in kickoff. It was the same in stage 1. He's been such a consistent force for this Sentinels roster.
And that's after Sentinels let slip that anti-bonus round. They get it back underscore, and Jerwin just rips Bang's head off. Wasn't even close. Didn't stand a chance. Redux's ult is sent back, and Sentinels will have to pump the brakes just a bit.
Cryo quickly pushing in the space elsewhere as Timatino Try and even the
Timatino with the
score.
up.
Oh, he is aggro.
Oh my
Cortez
god.
instantly
Timatino.
dropped. So now smokes unavailable from Sentinels, and there are 4 players into elbow. Fully committed now. 100 Thieves have completely enclosed them.
Radish just threw a lineup
Are
for...
fully ready for this hit to come underway.
Or he didn't throw anything. Looks
So
like
the
he was about to
Nightfall
throw a molly.
required from Sentinels. Trying to make a go at this yet. Also the player they must deal with backside.
They're fighting for backside.
Trying to use the
Jeez, almost get 3.
Good
I
for
think
2. And Austin is
some of
still
that
a problem.
macro
Dodging the flames. Sentinels
just being a
hold
little
strong.
too aggressive.
And Cryo sees that player. Just the barrel. Still a journey to be made by John. That spike in spawn. 30 seconds remaining. He's going to go all the way around the world.
Looking for back-to-back clutch rounds in the hands of Sen's IGL. Information, though, granted to Cryo.
1v1.
Now in under...
Ready for the in the bike. Just narrowly missing him, and Cryo turns around in just the nick of time.
Shuts John down in this one. Excellent closeout from Cryo. He played that one-on-one with such poise. A Red Bull clutch, this time in the hands of 100 Thieves. But this is such a great start for Sen. That opening on the entry only traded out by excellence in the hands of Timatino and Vora towards CT.
Okay, that is too clean. Let's go.
100 Thieves absolutely loving it, and why not? Looks like it's going to be a pretty early timeout coming in now. After 100 Thieves go up 4-1, it's time for Sentinels to figure out what's going on. And checking things out here, the money is also going to be a little bit of an issue for Sentinels to work around.
Yeah, that last round was the pivot point, right? You get the eco win in the 4th round, build momentum back up, but that resets your loss bonus. So the second you lose that one, and not only did you use your big ultimates, but you're back to have Timatino and Asuna, and oftentimes Vora with them fighting either.
Skip timeout.
So because how do you two-stage your utility? How do you find solutions to cut 100 Thieves off from the Flood retake?
What's interesting, 100 Thieves trying to feign some aggression into A main and set up for a little mid pop. A lot of the times if you force team out of A main, the first place they go is re-clearing space into mid. And well, this time Timatino was just hanging out. Got right back onto the line. And the Hunter's Fury too. Even on the anti-eco, Vora firing that one away. Expecting there to be more bodies behind the waylay.
Not to be. Cypher cam in mid, and a trap play available. Could swing from top with that Phoenix Splash in hand.
Yeah, this will be deadly. The camera spots the first player coming around, and then you can prime the little trap. The 100 Thieves choose not to overfight for it. I think recognizing the weak buy on the enemy side, recognizing they're up in numbers. They don't need to get too aggressive.
I like this call, though. They have Timo on the forward angle A. They give a bit of space mid and Redux.
Stinger moment.
No respect here.
Trade.
That's a kill. Quickly traded.
Yeah, with that Stinger getting the job done. You still got Jonah P hanging around in B main. And really, the critical kill to get is if Sentinels can somehow drop Cryo, this B side becomes so much more simple. Bang considering his options. Does he go for the timing play? It's risky. It's a bold move. And the rest of his team is now working into the site. It's very limited time
And
for
it's a clean
Sentinels.
site for 100 Thieves. Damn, how did they end up losing?
Like that.
Yeah, they were cooking
Their
something
defender
there,
side is
getting
pretty
that
good.
initial pick, but I think as soon as just stick together. So 5-1 now. Money finally back for Sentinels. This round certainly feels like a must-win if they want to make something of this half.
Sentinels just one away from their duelists, each having their ultimates. And Jerwin going for that same little dive piece in, sets himself up for the kill. At the same time, there's a teleport deep behind enemy lines. That's Cortez now on the Omen. And you can see the pressure being felt as Bang stepped all the way down into it. The map is ridiculous right now.
Bang gets
John
out.
QT and Bang running circles around one another.
He canceled it. He's back
He's
down
back
in mid.
in mid.
This is madness. And the forward position from Cortez guarantees safety on the B side.
Probably
So he
told
can
him to
plant
cancel.
deep for spawn. And now the fight over market is perfection. Gorgeous shot out from Cortez. Now set up with his teammates, and he's just lights out
Oh,
right now.
Cryo.
It's only Cryo to try and
Cryo's
equalize.
been
And John's
playing pretty damn
pretty
well.
far away. Coming for a late stab through mid. Could See, Cryo is somewhat wary of it, but it's not a good plant for this Sentinels duo. Sees simplifies, as now Cryo gets run around the corner. Jonah P will shut him down and claim another for Sen.
It's a crazy round for Sen, but the common success point in both of these rounds they've picked up is the entries from Jerwin. He's only had 2 kills this game, but they're both in the same play.
Yeah, that saturate drop
into a dash. Really nice work. And after that, it's individualism on display. The map state is weird. There are players every which way. But Cortez, John, and Jonah at the very end navigate the situation very well.
Finally, something for Sentinels to try and build on. As mentioned, the Phoenix and Waylay ult both up and available now for Sentinels. Didn't need either in that prior round. And this time, instead of committing for the early pick play, Sentinels are back to their elbow control and now can use these ultimates to blitz into the site. 100 Thieves playing fully off for the time being. Redux not going to find anything.
Look at the fast flank, though. They're already pressuring the other side, and Asuna is charging them back in.
100 Thieves are all over them, pushing in from both angles as Asuna just rips through Sentinels. That's 3 kills.
Redux needed 3 there.
For him on the round, that spike out in the open, unplanted. And John on 9 health.
I think Asuna and Timotino both
We're gonna skip all of this.
Not gonna double dash in and get another one of those kills set up. This is the very specific.
The center gonna walk.
Off of it though.
I mean,
8 micro control. There's no trips.
Walked into 100 Thieves on the anti.
100 Thieves have to respect it.
Incredibly proactive and
easier spike plant, even on the low buy for
I mean, they're just giving a B.
If your anchor drops, rifles to be secured, and limited time to react. I like the position Jerwin's now found himself in as the first shot lands. Trip noted, and now Timotino sort of dancing out from that smoke. Doesn't have someone holding that corner. Asuna, but he will march back into the site regardless.
Jesus, man. Asuna is just a man.
Has to give up his entire position with the Prowler. As the hold comes through, bang, will confirm the round for 100 Thieves.
Such a contrast in how 100 Thieves play. They're so much more composed now.
They had already taken B main +1.
But also still taking more risks.
So 100 Thieves.
Players know what they're capable of.
Now looking a little more aggressive. That's an early stun and a slide out from Timmy. And Jerwin turns right around to sit him down. 10 seconds in, and that's another
nice kill. And it's just going to be an A hit.
Still risk on this site. 100 Thieves bunker down. Bang on an off angle.
I mean, already, Sentinels trying to make this happen.
Ping solo.
As Ping can't hear a thing. He'll be sent down.
I mean, Sen's spacing is a little bit off, but
still
you get some kills.
Elbow for a moment. Jonah P baiting out with the plants. 100 Thieves have to figure out a way to get back in with only 3 players alive. No dash, only the single flash. And Austin is going to have to do it all on his own again. 8 bullets left in the tank, and maybe there's a window.
And then Sen just clean up.
Cortez tries to shut that down.
Taken out.
Now just 2.
Trying to bait out the second player.
Doing what he can. Time ticking down, and Cortez.
Jesus.
Around that, reading a bit, who easily snaps around to deal with the problem.
Enemy remaining.
Good team fighting at the end as well from Sen to deal with the rest of that flood. Deal with the pressure from 100 Thieves.
Yeah, you see that when I shoot? No,
And immediately 100 Thieves will slam the big red button for mid B.
For this most round, or was round.
Sen works.
Someone's going to break that red button by the end of the stage.
Waiting for that aggression. It doesn't come.
Yeah, it's not a bad read. Especially because I don't think 100 Thieves have done much aggro down through mid through tiles. Coming out of a timeout, sometimes you'll see that pace change.
100 Thieves themselves set to wait for something
actually, after this map,
they don't see
I might do my pick'ems.
Spread the map again.
Shot's making me a little nervous there. With Timotino behind the smoke. Oh, Jerwin just stepped out from behind the cage. Thought he might have had an angle there. Punish the orb take, but it's going to be a big loss now for Sentinels.
Yeah, I think he thought the player defending might have just been on this line and he had an angle to sneak in, but not the case. Instead, goes down early. And now, no dive to speak of for this round.
Joke's over.
100 Thieves drone out mid, and that's actually Asuna walking behind the drone. More of an info ult, if anything. Trying to scat out these players in mid, and he's just going to lose out on time with Cortez around the corner. So that's going to cue Sentinels up now to speed up over towards this A side. The 100 Thieves have already rotated, and we're under 30 seconds. This has to be brute
Redux.
force, and Redux has just that. Equalized now as 100 Thieves come plowing through the smokes. That spike down in the open, and Cortez.
I think it's the spam to fully start off towards mid control. Bit of a rough round. Jonah only holding on to a bandit.
The scammer's been pretty annoying for Sentinels.
Sentinels taking a top.
They haven't popped out top mid in quite a few rounds, and it works this time. Nice timing.
Do they get the trade? Redux is just frying.
Just so sharp these last couple of rounds.
Guys, as a player stairs, good team play.
Out from market. Just Vor and Timotino
last round, alive. Might as well use ult.
The rookies 400 Thieves, and Redux sprinting forward with yet another ultimate. He has been excellent these last few rounds.
Timotino has ult.
I love this round from Sen. Just Timotino now trying to make heroics happen.
Yeah, we'll see just exactly what he can do here. Fast lane up now,
Boom.
but he's still got to take that out.
I remember this round.
Jerwin will.
It's off those quite lucky.
Team, but I have.
I think on the attacking side half, one thing I want to note is that Sen are deathballing, and it kind of does work, but I think a lot of what that round, or a lot of what that half was 100 Thieves reading that Sen are really applying pressure at other points of the map, and so they can kind of gamble and are comfortable retaking other spots. So you kind of have to keep 100 Thieves honest in terms of like, okay, yes, you're baiting util into market, which Jonah P was in one of the rounds, but are you taking space? And so 100 Thieves can disrespect it, know that they feel like they're the better team, and Sen don't really get punished them for it.
Just shift walking out from behind cover. Okay, Sen.
But damn, that was a nice re-clear by Sen.
Round back in their favor. As Cryo creeps forward. And 100 Thieves
just a good pistol round.
Get caught sleeping there.
Thieves with what would be 100
dogs now. Not taking any chances here.
Cover going out.
I'm curious to see how they play this defense. They've got a lot of different stall options, I think, having the Waylay in the comp next to the Phoenix, both with the flames on the floor as well as the saturate.
I've seen a lot of teams in Americas go into these really heavy round 2 Bulldog buys. I still think in general I lean a little bit more towards saving to get those legitimate rifles and sacrificing a little to get a Phantom or 2 into these rounds. But
these Bulldogs, you can one shot with light shield.
Sort of the best of both worlds, gives you the most power in the second round while also standing some kind of a chance when you save them over into the third.
And I feel like
as long as you do,
Bulldogs are more flexible within short and long range. Short range, you just barrel stuff them. And then long range, medium range, you can still spray
from his ultimate here.
if you need to.
He might be soon to earn it, Jerwin.
Long range,
down through that
ADS headshot is a
30 Thieves kind of stuck behind these
See?
smokes for the time being.
It's just an instant. It's just an instant headshot.
Done.
Headshot dead.
Now Sentinels charge on in. That is a nasty paranoia. Catches both the players on top of the spike. And just one casualty so far. Contain it to the one.
Nah, you give that kill. You give that kill to Redux.
That's a dream. You keep all 4 of the guns you brought into this round towards a round 3 bonus. Huge of the
any chances going into play-ins and having that matchup. Just the possibility of it alone to make me a bit queasy. That was Sentinels. The good news for them is if they win both their games this weekend, they're just in. Guaranteed top 2. But for now, fully abandoning this B site. Have the camera.
Sen definitely are playing better.
And they're just
they literally just played one of the top 4 teams back to back. Some would debate top 2 teams.
Retake. But then I'm looking at his Cryo. Holding
I don't feel comfortable to call maybe our top 2 team yet.
Ready for this mid retake.
Yeah,
and then close third is NRG, especially after being Lev.
Finding an opener for Sen. And now they're running back ready. Redux. Ignoring the fire, taken so low and turning the flash too. Connects on the spam.
Yep, got a kill, and it's a bonus round. Oh, unless Cryo. Timing. Jesus.
Jonah P delivers when his team needs him most. Sentinels take it, and 7 on the board.
That was so damn close for Cryo. And if it really would have
goes from bad to worse. You lose against the bonus. Now Derwin's got the operator, and that's just gonna set him up to take these opening tools so easily.
Skins to pick.
He's looking for more.
Or holding for it.
Too far. Voro was ready in mid.
Presence of mind. But look at Timotino here. Not ready for Redux on the corner. Even if he was, the trade would have been there. Jonah P hiding inside the cover.
Yeah, you just have to know if the player's there or not.
Advancing in. Has the support once more. Some good flames. Push away the support. It's just
player in the corner has the first bullet advantage, but if they miss that first bullet,
waiting for his moment now. As the dart comes
then
in,
it's pretty hard.
Be tough to deal with, but ask Cortez to do it, and he will accomplish the job. It's the one-on-one now. As Bang recovers the spike.
PT has a save again. Former teammates.
Been so good for Sentinels.
Bang just not ready for the fight.
It's all tied up.
Cortez, big round. This round, it so nearly could have slipped away if it was not for how patiently and how
yeah, and he just walked into the angle.
But this, here they just dart A, feign presence, and will look to walk back into B main and pop.
I think the issue for 100 Thieves in terms of acceleration is that 4 of 100 Thieves' 5 agents, if you discount the Cypher, just have instant self-serving stall utility. So it becomes very easy for one player to just be that disruption. In this round, it'll be Derwin with the ultimate ready to go.
Only one person is in, but it looks like they're going to commit.
Hiding away in the nook on site, but the flash is perfect.
Derwin.
So are Sentinels.
Big stun. John QT cleans up.
For Sen City.
What a lockdown for Sen. Sure, it was a bit of a half buy for 100 Thieves, but it's still a statement to win it like that. They had a great read of how to deal with this faster round. They went into exactly the way 100 Thieves want to play, and it's one ult, a swing from John.
Got a thing. Derwin.
Oh, I just missed a lot of that.
This is the round 100 Thieves are talking about. Got ultimates to play with it. It's a brawl for A main. Paranoia connects onto Sentinels as no one can see a thing. Derwin marching in through the wall. He's a madman. Look at him go while Cortez slides up through mid. Sentinels trying to blow up this map. And 100 Thieves have no time to react. Quick rotations over from Sentinels onto this A site as 100 Thieves need to find some pathway back into this round.
A full reset. Cryo was working down mid. It was tit for tat in that space.
Damn, it's been 2 hours and a half. I've been standing this whole time.
And now they push forward. Slowly re-clearing back into A. And the race is on. 100 Thieves rotate.
Okay, Sen re-clear A. As the Cypher setup for B, early cam.
For an opportunity.
As they contact into B main. Let's just fast forward a little bit.
From Sentinels. They know exactly
because everybody's walking.
And Cryo catches the first.
I missed 1 second.
Sentinels. They know exactly what's going down. And Cryo catches the first. Hat goes out. And he knows the rest are coming. Trying to build himself a little place to hide.
He's just blinded.
He doesn't stand a chance. Now 100 Thieves onto this B site.
He's
Still
so
plenty
low.
of Cypher utility for them to carve out. As smokes come down into the site. Vora tries to see through this. Surely he's got a Hunter's Fury, but how can 100 Thieves even play comfortably in the post plant?
Yeah, they're just getting caught by all chokes.
Sentinels.
They're gonna Redux is holding for CT.
And ready to conquer.
But it's all one-on-ones.
John and Market.
100 Thieves regroup.
And Cortezian main.
Redux is the low player. With him out
Okay,
of
they
the
get
picture.
info on 1, but it's not really planted for them.
They can't sit around for too much longer. Teleport heard. And a tap onto the spike. The first layer of the post
I remember this play.
has gone out. Now there's no kill. Cortez
Sen
can stick
do a
back
good
onto this.
job
The Molly
in this
too.
situation.
It doesn't hit
Now,
him. The Molly didn't connect. It's a whip.
in this situation, it's very tense. It's probably not possible, but realistically, in this scenario,
The Molly too.
John here is full health. Does he get tagged?
Now there's no
He doesn't get tagged. If John just lives, and then he switches with Cortezia.
kill. Cortez can stick back onto this. The Molly too. It doesn't hit him. The Molly.
Yeah. If John lives here,
They can't
wait,
sit around for too
actually,
much
does he
longer.
get tagged in the
Teleport
second
her.
one?
And a tap onto the spike.
Okay, so he misses the first
layer
one.
of the post plant has gone out.
This
Now
is the
there's no
second
kill.
one.
Cortez can stick back
He
onto
runs
this.
into the third one. It's not. Well. Alright, yeah, in this hypothetical, it is possible, but he's kind of out in the open. Like, it's hard for John to live. He gets tagged by that third one just because that third one is headed in the direction of Spike. And in that angle, he'd have to be playing from stairs to dodge it, which is pretty hard. Yeah. Basically, if John lives and he sticks to Spike, because now they're both low, so Shock Dart in either of the position doesn't allow them to win. And also, it's a bang-bang scenario of saying, hey, I got a half, let's switch.
With the Red Bull clutch.
That's a fumble from Sentinels. They take that retake too damn slow. Grouping up.
Enemy remaining.
Dies alone. The last two have to figure out the entirety of this
Yeah,
setup.
they've been close. I don't know if he got it, actually. If he would have got it.
So now the game's even again. An ultimate for Asuna. 100 Thieves with mid control. But it's these two together in market. Cortez and John, they've been so good in this map. Here not to be tested. It's a new anchor stepping up instead. The first half was rough for Jerwin. Only 4 kills to speak of. Turned it around since the break. But 100 Thieves playing in a way that up. Not to find its mark.
Yeah, just the drone going through A main sends Jerwin back, which cuts out so much of Sentinel's forward information. They have no control over either main or mid. So it is a huge question as where this hit comes down. 100 Thieves.
Big fight out of mid.
As this fight comes out into mid.
Try, no ult.
It was just Jonah
Can
P.
we clear mid?
That's to slither away. Now 30 seconds left. That Spike sprinting back through B main.
Some trades.
It's Cortez and John.
There is a player anchored at Timitino.
Finally, he goes out. John wants a turn. Waiting for the flash to go down. It's perfect timing from Asuna.
Yeah, this is a hard position as the smoke fades.
Is perfection. And the play is too. 10 seconds left. Jerwin diving in to kill the planter, but he can't pull the up out fast enough.
If he has a phantom there, he probably gets the kill.
Take it just like that. The up
Was
out fast
Asuna?
enough.
Yeah, jumping headshot. I could see it.
Themselves out of tough positions into very late sight hits. It's got to be putting a bit of a mental burden on them to find the openings. We're going to have a chance to listen to how they come up with the solutions right now.
Bring them down.
Fade elbow. He could be peeking short on timing. One's on site and one's elbow. Phoenix and Fade here.
Phoenix. Peeking short.
Keep walking up.
I'm gonna have your short.
Oh wait, no, it's running away.
There's nothing B mid still. I'm peeking thing. Wait. I'm short.
Yeah, hold short.
I have your left. Do you want to pop from here? One way, man.
Just contact. Keep walking.
They could be hopping.
I don't have any util.
I can omen ult to see in front of you guys.
Okay, yeah. Can you omen ult?
I've darn 8.
I don't see him here.
Okay, let's pop from here.
I've darn 3. Can we just wait?
Let's smoke spawn normally.
Darn 2, just wait.
Yeah, let's go.
Smoke spawn.
Alright, let's go. I'm darting.
Spawn 1. They're trying to flood in, boys. A lot spawn.
Yeah.
Almost down.
There's just a moment of silence. Nothing too crazy. These cons are. Alright, now we're thinking. We're planning.
I have blind ready.
Nice.
I got
Blind is still ready.
cam. I'm giving. Spawn's on danger. Could be danger.
I'm gonna blind short, guys.
Yeah, 3.
And they're just so aware of their positionings.
Blinding now.
He's shops.
Jordan, I'm gonna flash peek spawn in a second.
Yeah.
3, 2, 1.
Nice tip.
3. It's bingo. 1 shops, 3 spawn.
I'm off you. Ding.
3 spawn. They're flooding. Get stunned, Tim.
One short. Phoenix short, still.
Oh.
Phoenix short, Phoenix short.
Nice try. Boys.
I think Sen, what they do here, they're double dashing. Try to stall the hit with the neon stun.
Phoenix short.
Jerwin gets the kill. Oh, Timotino thinks that he's pathing to the right side. That's why he started aiming to the right. But Jerwin peeks to Timotino's left. Now they have sight. It's a 4v3. Redux just takes the timing out of the smoke. Gets the kill. I mean, if Bang gets the kill, then I think that makes the round a little bit more winnable, just because it's planted for the 2 players in elbow. Now, then with 4 players, can just focus on the 2 players in elbow, and there's literally no util left, except for the Cypher ult. So let me rewind this one more time. So
I'm a flash peek spawn in a second.
Yeah.
3,
2, 1.
Nice tip.
3. It's bingo. One shot's 3.
what do we have left? We just have Timotino stun and Krau's cage.
Respawn.
And the retake starts now. Trying to spam off of timing.
Phoenix short, still.
Oh, I see. So as Bang throws the smoke towards Phoenix. That's when Waylay double dashes. The cage is still up towards elbow. Pretty much Timotino's just isolated on site. But it is planted for elbow. Yeah. I think priority number 1. If Timotino kills Derwin, then they probably most definitely win this round. It is 0 to 4v4, and that stalls and creates less space for the 2 players towards CT. But is it still winnable from a 3v4 perspective? Yeah, Asuna has no util. Bang. I think it might actually be possible. I want to play it out a little bit. Yes, it is possible. If Bang kills Redux and then he has a shard step, he TPs towards this pillar area, then he sets up like a mini cross as they try to dig him out. And if he plays his life, he's still in an area to be able to contest Spike. But as soon as this kill is over, they Cypher ult. I mean, they probably Cypher ult even with Bang still alive. But they have to dig him out and have to worry about him. And they set up like a mini crossfire in this area if they do decide to fight him. Okay, so yeah, TLDR. Even though Timotino dies, I think Bang is the winning condition of this round. From this point out, it's hard to be able to win the round unless they somehow isolate fights. In that sense, it comes down to individuality, which yes is still possible, but the moment it flips tides is as soon as Bang dies.
Phoenix short.
Nice, John.
Phoenix short, Phoenix short.
Nice try. Boys.
Yeah, there's just too much time.
Unbelievable! How did Sentinels just do that? Jerwin, a freak, dashing into the site, getting a couple of key kills for Sentinels to tie things up at 10 here.
Should have been the perfect round for 100 Thieves. You heard in the comms, they had a great read as to exactly what the setup there on the A site was. They get a forward pick early in their post plant, but it's a condensed pack to defensive positions. The Sentinel scaling is just so good on that refight.
Jerwin getting that kill and being able to cross the gap into elbow just blew up the round.
And the money's destroyed now for 100 Thieves. Stingers being brought into round 21.
So maybe a quicker idea into mid, but that's exactly what Jerwin has as op. Nice. Very nicely done. And the dash away.
Ooh.
Timotino can't even follow up because Jerwin wants a little bit more.
Yeah, against Stingers, the SOP is...
100 Thieves tried to change the tempo on the eco. And it might get them a spike plant. That is, if this trip doesn't catch Vora, they'll be lucky to get this one down.
Pretty much the same situation as before. This time, though, up numbers by 2. A comfortable retake for Sen.
Oh, and the fake TP does not work for Bang. John with a hard read on that. And a 3-piece out of Jerwin. I mean, he's completely heated up into the second half now, Mimi.
Yeah, I think he's at 18 kills.
He had 4 in the first half.
It's
for context.
Unreal. Putting all the money into this one. Asuna has to run it back. This is their chance to even the game, to avoid having to play for OT.
Well, if they can get a post plant where Vora gets a plant,
Jesus.
they'll have the Hunter's Fury. That's what really got 100 Thieves back into this half. Him in the clutch. Interesting to see John stepping up into B main. Hadn't seen too much of that. Barrel spotted. Jerwin has to be ready. He saw the cape too. 100 Thieves choose not to challenge.
They have to know. Jerwin is loved.
Okay, 100 Thieves just walking around.
Know exactly how to hit into this site.
Side exact.
They know the setup.
On
now
B,
just about
timing peak.
seeing through on the execution.
Prevents the Phoenix from taking space.
Asuna sent packing.
We have Waylay ult.
Belongs now to 100 Thieves.
But it's a Waylay ult retake. 100 Thieves have to get close.
Vora is one away from
Could it be Cryo's
ult.
flank, a forward fight? How do they get out of this 5-on-5?
I mean, full market control is a great position now. With Cryo pulling attention
Yeah,
back.
that's crazy.
Cryo in mid.
Makes sense. They get 2 out of the ult.
Comes through on top of it all. No longer in
But if it's
control
just
of
Cryo there, is that a good use of the ult?
Eyes on Timotino now. In a spot like this, what can you do? He's out in front of it. The blind does not dismay him. Timotino is here to play. And so is the rest of 100 Thieves.
Jesus, Timotino.
Gorgeous post plant there. Down in numbers. 100 Thieves tied up once more.
The double up there was so incredibly nice from Timotino. He's had a slower second half to this game, but he rises up again. This mid-fight, though, was pivotal. Cryo gets a kill, and look at how many resources they have to invest into killing him. A Waylay ult means when they're on utility. And Timotino takes every advantage.
Well, map 1's delivering so far. 2 undefeated teams in the group. Both looking to claim the top spot. 100 Thieves start off this B round. And I feel like flame wall to the right and the smoke down, threatening the embed.
Hey, Asuna, I hate to tell you,
flame wall to
but
the right and the smoke down, threatening the embed.
Doesn't quite destroy.
I don't think he has enough for ult. He's far away. Gets a kill. Dies. Grabs orb. I guess it's possible. Never mind.
But Timotino just waiting, Jerwin.
What are our duelists doing hiding in corners like this, Mimi?
Yeah, both sides of the wall. Think they might get their moment soon. Cryo's activated towards mid. There's support close by, but not near enough for a trade. Jerwin has to do it himself.
Yep. I mean, the story of the game for him has just been the opening frags. Been a machine on that front.
Cryo's just holding mid.
Overstay his welcome.
All by himself.
I'm also thinking about mid where Cryo was a problem in the last
Not
round.
worried about his
Still
timing.
hanging out there.
30 seconds.
This off angle is real sweet from Jonah. Asuna tries to molly him out from the corner, but now Jerwin has his back on the other side. Jonah P with nowhere left to go.
Here comes Cryo top mid, starting to activate on this lure because it's team pressures into the side.
Redux turns away at the wrong moment, and that's when Jerwin comes zipping back. 10 seconds left on the clock. He's stuck in on this site.
Time.
John trying to put down the support. 2 as Jerwin's down
Never
with
mind,
4
there's
seconds, and the plant to be found. Confirmed now for 100 Thieves, and the 2-on-2.
Cortez is so late though. He's been working around a flank.
But he teleported behind that trip. They shouldn't be aware of this possibility. Trying to group back up with his teammate in spawn. Bang out in the open, and he's gone. So what else can you do now, Cryo? Winner of this is on that point.
It's just
For a 1-on-2 into the corner, it's not good
he's
enough.
just second bullet away from killing Cortez again.
A double
And
up from
potentially winning that
Cortez.
round.
On this lure. What is the story of New Sen if not Jerwin, Redux, and John all at 20 kills?
They've just been
So
frying.
now the team is taking mid.
The rookies.
I was just holding off for any aggression.
I'm a little worried though. For
Double cam
Redux on this A side
on
though.
B main as it looks like it's gonna
Thieves
finish A.
have plenty to work with. Drone to lead in, and Redux tagged up. Now that support back into spawn, Jonah P holding for it, and it gets canceled. Quick 1-for-1 exchanged up in main. As Redux throws up the wall and falls away.
Yeah, Redux has
They just want
ult.
to play retake. They still have a run it back. They still have a Nightfall. They'll hold their space CT.
Okay, Asuna is gonna get ult.
Asuna will get run it back off this plant. That's the tool to try and build an advantage.
If we're going to overtime, it's gonna have to be Asuna. One run it back already out. And here comes Asuna, 33 HP. I mean, 1 health. Look at the utility, just pushing him back. He can't even fire a shot. But he eats up some critical seconds of this retake. And Vora's in a nice spot. 100 Thieves bring the fight up into the face-up Sentinel, swinging around the corner. There's Asuna.
And Asuna gets 2.
Are you
What?
joking? Are you kidding me, Asuna? We're going to overtime.
For the
He
shorty.
doubles up with the shorty. That's outrageous. Player was outstanding when they win a trophy in Paris. Was outstanding in their game so far. And
Asuna forgets he has a Vandal.
2 kills off 1 shot.
Spraying with a Vandal.
Unreal.
It gets 4. Nice.
Give him voiding.
Alright, we're a minute.
Early
That
control
was a big kill.
mid. That op is doing
I mean, the
nothing.
Phoenix confirmed he was that. I just think it's a uncommon angle.
What a shot out from Redux. And this A side is really soft now.
And in this scenario,
He needs both these kills.
John with
it's just too fast to be able to react.
Okay, he is locked and loaded.
John would have to walk into
Dash
that
up to the high
angle.
spot in the post now.
But I feel like it's a
Redux, those bullets. How is Bang dodging them? Inside of the Matrix, Bang is up in the midst.
Bang
of
almost with
everything.
2.
I thought that could have been a few more than that. Just the one. Might not be enough for 100
Flash off
Thieves.
of timing.
No plant yet, though.
Almost got 2.
100 Thieves are trying to bully the planter. On loop.
Phoenix moment or
John
Phoenix
is not going to let any more of
Phantom
that
moment.
go down, though. Back on map point for Sen.
Man, those 2 shots from Sen were unreal. Timotino's off. Gets no say in the round.
He's just like me.
And the hard read onto Cryo's position from Sentinels returning IGL.
Bro, I'll walk him down, bro. I'll walk him down.
Like these
Successful after the take.
Yeah, the struggle is, can you actually get the picks? Going for the glass in B main of all things.
It was that op that brought him back into the game after a struggling attack half.
100 Thieves have found a lot of success from the work in mid. But this time,
Whoa.
Cortez in a new position, a little bit higher than Timotino was looking.
Did Timotino slide?
100 Thieves have found a lot of success from the work
He
in
slid.
mid. But this time, Cortez in a
That
new
was-
position.
I think that's
a little bit higher
bugged.
than Timotino was looking.
Is that? Oh no, I think I know.
Well, they control
You try to go
Market
forward
now,
and then slide. If we're looking at
tears
Timatino,
down Asana's health
like this
bar.
way, he's trying to
And they
slide
know the
to
rotates
the
from
right.
Sentinels can be so
Let's hit
quick.
into the wall.
Already 4 players on this side of the map.
But they're already essentially trapped. Look at Jonah P. Locking down space in A main. The only way out is mid. But Redux is holding for it.
It's the world where 100 Thieves can read the mid to A. It's a long trek. It's a play you almost never do unless it's a deep round gambit like this. And that's because Jonah can always be a problem in main. And he saw the player. He set up his teammates to swing back from top mid. 100 Thieves trade up though. With another flash from Asuna. Asuna sends them packing. Sentinels have no more player left on main. Cry was still lurking on them through mid.
It's just that dude.
See through the smoke.
Tough for the second OT round in a row. Once Jonah saw him, it looked like this perfect
Because you're
L-shaped
just
ambush.
committing too much to the fight.
Keep team
Interesting.
the tackles, fight the risk of OT.
All right, now 13 apiece, and Sentinels keep it calm for now. Pretty minimal control over mid at 100 Thieves. You just want that forward A line for now.
Wow, bait out the stun.
Pretty quick into market.
They're just holding.
Good night, Vora.
They're gonna drown Cryo.
Now Cryo was just out in front all alone.
Low sense moment.
Somehow Timatino tries to equalize and is now sliding back through the smoke.
Jeez.
A brilliant flash cuts him down in his tracks. 100 Thieves scattered.
Look at Bang.
There's a door. What's he gonna look at? He breaks it down. There's someone right behind it.
Sitting back to back. But just enough HP in that
Jesus, Sherwin still gets the kill.
HP, he gets the kill.
Back into. Oh, found.
Nope. Did not mean I was.
Also straight on in there.
Taking heavy mid control fast through market. As that door was and fighting so to close.
5 into A main for 100 Thieves. Jerwin's up, waiting for
The
Timatino.
op is in elbow.
100 Thieves actually called
And send reclear B main. Put Jonah on the line.
I'm
Can lean
so
towards
worried
A.
for Cryo.
If they re-hit.
Such a dangerous spot.
Jonah's just gonna jiggle. He's gonna keep jiggling.
Been missing with this rifle.
So you see someone.
They're out in mid. They're out in B main. And the op is just waiting in elbow.
Get off your phone,
Yep.
Jonah. There's a game to be played. 100 Thieves got 4 players marching his direction.
Doing a thing.
Oh, Jerwin wanting to clear forward. Cryo's been waiting for him
Yep.
the whole time, and it's Jerwin
Just
to strike
re-clears.
first.
Elbow.
And now where
Can
do
lean
you go
towards
for 100
B.
Thieves? You have a bit of
Cypher, it's
space in
alert.
B main, but you know nothing in
And we
mid.
have an
Look
insert in
at
bottom
Cortez.
mid.
Oh,
If
he's
they
in
decide to
such a
rotate.
nasty position. And he's patient too. That's the first 2.
And Cortez, you just close the round.
Sentinels
Nice.
take down 100 Thieves on the opening map of this series. So now as we head into
Okay.
Ascent,
We are not gonna watch Ascent just because I am low on time, but we're gonna do. I want to see if the pick'ems are open for EMEA. Yes, perfect. Jesus. All right, cool. Let me see this real quick. Damn. So last week, I got Team Liquid right. Got Team Liquid right. Gentlemates, jeez. Gentlemates did not have a good week. Navi against Pacific. Damn, I picked Fnatic against Turn of Fire. It makes sense. Turn of Fire weren't that good. And BBL Gentlemates. I think it was a pretty close game as far as I remember. Gynex against Team Heretics. Jesus, my EMEA pickings are not that good. I did get KC Liquid. And of course, BBL. Jesus. For America's G2 Crew. Sen. Damn. Bet against me. Bet against me. MRBR. Loud. Yeah, some would make sense, but this whole bottom week and Sen kind of let me down. Damn, DFM. DFM beat Viral. Zeta beat Full Sense. PaperX beat Secret, of course. Post game TE and Gen G. T1. DFM beat T1. RQ beat Full Sense. Viral beat Jesus, bet against me. And you'll win a lot of money. So EMEA does play. So we have to do all of this in a pick'em. And they play Thursday. Jesus, man. All right, let me see. Cool. All right, so right now I'm gonna do my pick'ems. I think I'm gonna just record them right now, or feel free to say if I should choose one or the other. Right now I'm gonna do. We'll start with Pacific. We'll do Pacific Americas, then EMEA. All right. So right now we're going to do our pick'ems for Pacific Americas and EMEA. We're going to go match by match and predict who's going to win. And we're going to start with Team Secret and DFM. I think DFM has shown really great signs, especially against T1. I thought T1 was for sure a lock, but they didn't really play that well. And Team Secret are bouncing off of a loss against PaperX, which honestly has me questioning how good Team Secret really is, just because PaperX kind of threw in a troll comp. Forsaken finally got his Pokedex for Valorant, has completed all the agents, and so congratulations for him. And in the sense of where everybody's kind of playing an off role, it just seemed like PaperX were clearly the favorite. They're clearly the better team. They're clearly just shooting heads no matter who they were on. I mean, something was on Viper. I mean, who was on the Teo? It was Devi. Man, it just felt like you could put Devi on the Duelist, you could put something on Smokes, you can put Envy on Duelist as well, and it just was a clear outclass against the Team Secret. And so I feel like DFM are the clear favorite and should be taken seriously. So in this situation, I think it would take a lot for Team Secret to be able to win against DFM. And so, hold up. I forgot to press record. Jesus. All right, we're going to run through that again real quick. Right now, we're doing pickups for Pacific Americas and EMEA. We're going to go through all of this just because it's the last stage, the last week of the regular season. And we're going to kind of go and see how these teams are heading into playoffs. First, we're going to start with Team Secret and DFM right now. Team Secret just came off a loss against Paper X. Paper X were clearly trolling. I mean, Forsaken finally got through his Pokedex and completed all the agents. And so Team Secret are kind of reeling back. We're kind of getting a reality check in a sense of where Paper X were pretty much trolling. And DFM came off of a dominant win against T1, which I thought were the favorites. And so going into this matchup, DFM are the clear favorites. And it would be a surprise for me if Team Secret win this. And this is a very crucial matchup because if we look at the standings real quick, Barrel, real quick. Barrel and DFM are competing for that playoff spot. So regardless, or pretty much this outcome depends on who makes it into playoffs. So DFM are the favorite, and this game against Feral and Paper X will determine who will win and make it into playoffs. So that's a crucial, and probably this game is probably the highlight in the match of the week. So Gen.G Full Sense, I think Full Sense are continue to reel versus a Gen.G that has secured playoffs. And so it's going to be pretty interesting how this plays out, whether Gen.G decide to kind of lean into trying out some new things and still playing confidently, knowing that they have secured a playoff spot. Whether it's first seed or second seed, that is pretty beneficial for them, but in the sense of where you don't really want to show a lot to the opponent, especially against Full Sense that isn't really going to make playoffs and isn't going to be, really a contender, at least for a while. I think Full Sense are the favorite, but I wouldn't be surprised if Gen.G just take off a win off of a reeling Full Sense. I don't really feel confident in picking Full Sense. It doesn't seem like Full Sense have the understanding and the vision and the game plan. Like if we look at top teams right now, Namshim have decided, okay, we're going to put RB on the Yoru, and we're going to be able to manipulate our comps and continue to play our playstyle in a winning way with that adjustment. And so teams have an identity, teams have a game plan, and so they understand what they're going to do. And Full Sense just isn't that team. It seems like a big question mark that Premi is on the Duelist, or not on the Duelist, on the Deadlock, and they just don't know what to do. It just seems like this team has lost its firepower, has lost its identity. And so maybe this is a bounce back for Full Sense, and I think I'll for sure be rooting for Full Sense, but I think Gen.G, in a scenario where I think realistically that Gen.G just beats them in a third map in whatever scenario, I think that's the most likely realistic outcome. And then DRX versus T1, I think DRX desperately need this one. They're going to be last seed if we look at this game, because T1 have kind of fallen through the standings. I think that has allowed a lot of the teams that were on the lower end, especially in the previous stages, like Avero and DFM, to be able to rise and potentially clinch a playoff spot. So in reality, I think both of these teams actually need the win. But I think DRX are starting to finally get and work through the kinks. And so I think this is a good sign for them and a good way for them to be able to say, okay, we're going to go into the plans, but we need this game to be able to show ourselves that we can play confidently and we know what we're doing. So I think I'm going to go for KRX, even though my head says T1. So regardless, I think this is a 3-mapper. It should be a 3-mapper. If not, it's a 2-0 from T1. Then Global versus Zeta, I think Global has kind of reeled off Global could potentially reel off of the loss versus Gen.G. We've seen how Global has the tendency to be able to kind of lose a series and then from there not be able to bounce back immediately. Sometimes it takes another game for them to realize, hey, either we're playing too individually or we're not really, balancing the aspects of team fights and individuality. It's okay to have both, but it's a perfect balance is what you find in a good to great team. And so Global is the clear favorite against a Zeta that has potential to be a middle of the pack team. They're no longer a team that can be bottom or one of the worst teams in Pacific. They could potentially be a Global. And so I don't think Global should take that lightly. And I think global, I'm gonna go for them, but I would want Zeta to make it competitive into a third map. I think what they just ran into for their Nongshim game, which was their previous game, I think they just ran into a Haven that was being steamrolled by Nongshim. Nongshim just had a great overall feel of the map, great understanding, and just great individuality, great team play, just shooting everything. And then Earl versus Paper X, I think Barrow has to win this game, desperately has to win this game. And so I think it's a tough one to call because Paper X, even though they've kind of been trolling a little bit, I think it's important for them to win this game. Or not important, or it's for Vero, it's important to win this game. And it's just about which Paper X shows up. Now that they're loose, they can play loose. It's easy for them to be able to go into games and not really care about the result just because they've already clinched champs. Whereas Vero, they kindly have not only the pressure of playing Paper X, but they have the pressure of being able to clinch a playoff spot. So not only do they have to have the mental endurance, but they also have to keep the composure in mind, knowing that Paper X will fight you. And as a team, I'm sure Vero will love to fight. But in those scrappy moments, it's just going to be coin flip scenarios where Vero sometimes is going to win. And there may be a streak around where Paper X wins that. But if they're able to bounce back from those scenarios, then that's a good sign. That's a good sign for Vero and a good it's good for them heading it potentially into playoffs. And Nongshim versus RRQ, RRQ has been bouncing back. I think this is kind of showing some good signs, especially Full Sense. In their game against Full Sense, it didn't really look like a top 4 teams playing against each other. I think Nongshim is their big litmus test. If they beat Nongshim, then they can start to be able to pivot into potentially being on the higher end of the middle of the pack. I don't think their standings will necessarily show that, but I think they have the opportunity and the be able to have the confidence, especially heading into play-ins. They don't really have a chance to be able to make it into there, but I think Nongshim will want to fight them. And if they can't handle Nongshim, then it's going to look pretty dire for RQ fans. But I'm going to go for Nongshim. I think I really just love Nongshim and the way that they coordinate fights, the way they have individuality, and the way that their players just have a definitive style of play. Like, man, Ivy can just be on a heater some of these games. Like, he can just solo carry around as they continue to peek into the lurker, because there's rounds on Breeze or they're trying to fight into elbow and Ivy's just there by himself and he just ends up killing 3 or 4. So there's multiple scenarios where if the whole team doesn't show up, then that can be another case as well. But if some person is hitting on a map, then that can carry them to the win, which maybe not be the best, optimal thing in a 5v5 FPS game, but you know how it goes. Save failed. Okay, we'll just skip past that. Okay, so for Americas, EG versus Furia, we're just gonna quickly slide over through them just because I feel like it isn't nothing really notable. Maybe besides this this Lev MIBR game. I think most of these matchups are pretty easy to predict. I mean, Furia, they came off of a close game against Envy. I think they have a chance to be able to get the win, finally have the sigh of relief. Versus EG, that I kind of had really good potential, and I think they can maybe make a run in play-ins, but I don't think it's necessarily a game they need to win. I think their primarily focus is just being able to have the confidence and know that they already have won, but this game isn't really necessary. If they want to show a lot of what they've been working on and continue to adapt, then this isn't a necessary game. But I think maybe if they are at the bottom of the leaderboard, I think, yeah, I don't think it's a game that Def EDG necessarily need to win. But for Furia, I think I'm gonna go for them. I do like EG. I do think they have potential. I think they just kind of fallen off a little bit since their game against Envy, because that's where I feel like it showed a lot of their potential. But Furia, they desperately need this win. And so if they get this win, then that is a good sign for them and being able to have some confidence going into play-ins. Because if they go winless, then it's going to look really bad, really bad for a Furia team that was first place in kickoff all the way to last place at the end of the group stage. And then Envy versus NRG. I think NRG coming off their game against Leviathan. I mean, who can bet against them? I mean, I love Envy. I love this squad. I love the idea of Envy like being able to be in constant aggro aggressions and have a bunch of shooters. Like, I like the team, but I think NRG, again, their pedigree. The word I describe NRG is their pedigree. You cannot say that about a bunch of these teams. NRG has the pedigree, the championship pedigree, and against Envy, they most likely, I would be surprised if it goes to the Dream Mass. And I'm kind of rooting for Envy just because I think their style is really entertaining. Then C9 versus 100 Thieves. I think C9 has a bounce back game against Crew, but Crew looks like one of the worst teams. So 100 Thieves, I think, probably mops a Cloud9. Maybe it goes to 3 maps, and I think that would be pretty entertaining. But 100 Thieves, I think, probably just outclass the C9. And I think the same thing with G2. Loud, honestly, for me, hasn't really looked the same since the beginning. The beginning of stage 1. I think Loud looked pretty good, at least when Erde came in. When Erde came in, I feel like there was a lot of potential for this team. But since then, I feel like it just hasn't hit the same. And so G2, just like 100 Thieves, since these games are in the same day, it's going to be, it might end in 3 hours. It might just be both mobs. And then Crew versus Sentinels. If Sentinels continue the path and their growth trajectory, I think they run into a revenge game versus Crew, because this is the scenario where Sentinels ran into Crew in the first game of stage 1, where they started to adapt a new roster and, you know, the new ideas, and Crew just clearly stomped them on Lotus. And from there, Sentinels kind of came into stage 2 as the kind of the Crew team. So it's kind of funny, we see these similarities where Crew was the team to start out and then kind of flame out, but is Sentinels the team that's going to be kind of a mini version of Crew? And so Sentinels' pivotal game, if they lose to Crew, who could be technically one of the worst teams at this moment, I think Sentinels is an easy lock. And then Leviathan, MIBR, I think MIBR is a bit of a question mark for me personally. I think Leviathan made it a close game against NRG. I think this will be a close game similar to the one versus Lev and NRG. I think I'm going to have to go with Lev. In the last map where it came to a 1v1 scenario, I think tides could have flipped in any other way. And I think it just came down to a coin flip. NRG has the resilience, has the players, and I think Lev, off of a loss, should be way better than what they were. Then EG versus NRG, I think NRG and their double week may come off to a slow start, but I think overall win the game. Then Loud versus 100 Thieves, I don't even need to explain. All right, and so for EMEA, we're gonna do a quick bracket run for the play-ins, just because I'm not really sure. I only know about Enterprise, and I know that they're gonna beat Fnatic. Fnatic have not been that good, and so we're instantly gonna knock that in. I don't even really need to explain, just because I'm gonna do a whole video on Fnatic, especially if they lose this game. And Pacific versus Reborn, I don't know anything about Reborn, but I know that Pacific had their chance to be able to win some games, but they just seem like they're just one map oriented. They can win a map, but they don't have the resilience to be able to win a second map. And so if it gets scrappy, I wouldn't put my money on Pacific. I wouldn't put my odds. I wouldn't put my house on Pacific. Navi versus Job Life. I think Navi showed some really great signs at the beginning of the stage, but ultimately they need to be able to win against Job Life. I think they had potential. They just need to iron out some details. If they iron out the details, then they could potentially be a top 16 at best. I don't think they'd be top 4, but they could probably be a top 16. Giant X versus, I don't know how to announce that, but I think they're a German team. Giant X versus Foot. We're going to go Giant X. Showed some good signs, but nothing really too crazy. They should be a tier 2 team. And then we'll start upper quarterfinals. Giant X versus Foot. I think Foot clearly has better aim, better, game style, better overall, just the better overall team. They should win this game. If they were to lose, then that would be a massive, massive upset. Eternal Fire versus Na'Vi. Eternal Fire looked good off their win against Fnatic. Team Heretics against Reborn. I would be very surprised if either of these teams beat Team Heretics. So Team Heretics is an instant lock. General Mates versus Enterprise. I think from what I've heard, Enterprise is kind of like the M80. I think I'm pretty high on M80, and we'll kind of get into how the plans for Americas and what I predict. But I was really high on Gentlemen's, but they haven't been looking that great for me to be confident in them. And so off of a team, from what I've heard, and a team that I've never watched a single clip about, but just the gut intuition feeling, the crew run, the Cinderella run, the tier 2 team, I think they qualify. And then for Foot, I would root for Eternal Fire, but they look pretty sketchy. I don't have any faith in them being able to close out a qualifying game. And I take Foot and the way that they're so stubborn about the way they play. And then I don't know any of these teams. EMEA Tier 2 is this whole different system because they have a whole bunch of different sub-regions. So even if I wanted to, it's pretty hard to be able to track EMEA Tier 2. I will get you on NA Tier 2, like I said. Gentlemates, now or never. Either they're resilient or not. They make it out of the lower bracket. Damn. In a do or die game, Eternal Fire, Gentlemates. This is a tough one. I think I'll have to get back to that one. Pacific versus Giant X. Pacific, unfortunately, did not get a win at all through this whole year. Fnatic versus Na'Vi. Fnatic versus Giant X. I could see Giant X winning this game, but personally, backs against the wall, and Kayak starts shooting again, I think they could make it out of this lower bracket. Kayak, Fnatic, they kind of figure out their shit, then they could potentially win this game. Team Heretics, Fnatic, we'll have to get to that one. I think my gut feeling is Gentlemates. Eternal Fire, if they played how they did last stage, then they could easily win this game against the Gentlemates that haven't been in their similar form. Then Team Heretics versus Fnatic. If Team Heretics lose to Enterprise, I think then Fnatic can be able to make it out lower. And this would be a cinema pick'em. These games are pretty entertaining, maybe besides this region area and probably this top area, just because it's a lot of unknowns, but it seems a lot of the known, if you know what I mean. And so yeah, that's been the pick'em. Let me know what you think. Yeah, this is crazy. It's about to be our lead up towards playoffs and the last potential regular season before we're just instantly straight into playoffs starting in 2027. I mean, technically we still have stage 2 and chance, but right into 2027 everything's going to be playoffs, and so it's pretty exciting to see. And so yeah, that wraps that up for the pick'ems. We're locking him in. Maybe, yeah, we're locking him in. And yeah, I'll see you in the next video. How come? I guess I gotta refresh. It was DFM. It was DFM, NG, KRX, Global, Barrel, Nongshan. Perfect. Alright, perfect. Now these matchups we got. So Thursday, what do we got? First game of the week. First game of the week, Ginex, Frankfurt, Navi, Job Life, EG, Furia, NV, NRG. I think this is probably the only entertaining game. I mean, guess these games could be close, especially this game. But in terms of like quality banger games that we've seen recently, this past week, I think Thursday might be a bit of a lull. Same thing. Yeah, damn, Americas just isn't that good. I think the only good matchup is until Saturday. It might be hard. But we get Pacific on Friday, Team Secret, DFM, Gen G, Full Sense. Saturday, T1, KRX, and then the banger, the match of the week, Pharaoh versus Paper X. Sheesh, man. Gonna be a good one. What are we at? We're at 3:30. What are we looking at? Oh, one thing I want to look at is the standings for Pacific. Yeah, RQ won't qualify. Damn, Zeta, Nongshan. Wow, Zeta could qualify, I think. Because if Nongshan loses to RQ and Global beats... No, if Zeta beats Global and Nongshan loses to RQ, that's crazy. So basically the winner of Global versus Zeta has to root for RQ. And then Nongshan, I think if they just win, they're in. Yep, they beat in both Zeta and Global. They win, they're in. Sheesh. Talk about pressure. And then T1, DFM. DFM beat Viral. DFM beat T1. Yeah, so DFM, I think Viral beat T1. Barrel beat T1. So if T1 beat DFM, yep. If T1 beat DFM, then I think Vero automatically qualified. But DFM, wait, no, DFM is playing Team Secret. Yeah. Oh, I mixed that up real quick. So DFM. So if DFM lose to Team Secret, if DFM loses to Team Secret and T1 wins, Vero would still have the head-to-head matchup. Head-to-head win. Oh yeah, okay, so that makes sense. That makes sense. So yeah, if Team Secret wins, then that locks Vero in because they have head-to-head against T1, even if they lose to Paper X. But if DFM win, then Vero will have to win because DFM have the head-to-head against Vero. Okay, that makes sense. And then for Americas, let's see. Lev beat MIBR, then they lock in playoffs. NRG. Should NRG play a double. So if they lose both, then they don't lock in. But Lev MIBR is a big game because then the winner locks in playoffs. Then NRG, their fate is still determined. 100 Thieves. Who do 100 Thieves play? They play C9 Loud. Yep. They should be able to lock in playoffs. For Sen, I think the scenario was that Loud needed to 2-0 T2. Sentinels need to 2-0 Crew. I think that was the scenario. But yeah. Let's see, what time is it? Do I have any extra time? Yeah, I think that might be the end of the stream. By the way, if you guys haven't, subscribe. It really helps out the channel. Same thing for Twitch. If you're watching on Twitch, I got a little thing if you guys prefer to watch on Twitch. And yeah, I appreciate everybody that's been watching. It's been 3 hours and 30 minutes that I've been standing up this whole time, which is pretty crazy. Yeah, I gotta get food. Appreciate everybody. And I'll see you in the next one. OBS is lagging. Oh, actually, let me update the title real quick. Live. All right, appreciate everybody. That's gonna be the end of the stream. Thank you, thank you.